Close your eyes, your life, and make the truth reveal. Since you never lived, and scars never heal. In the darkness, light will take you to the other side. Find me waiting there, you'll see if you just close your eyes. If you just close your eyes. If you just close your eyes.
Listen, Dad. Golden song.
To see by my eyes.
Without question,
All I was
Golden.
told I should see.
Dave with the share appreciation.
Opinions
Gearing
not
up for,
mine. The person they taught me to be. One night in the dark, a vision of someone I know. And out of the darkness I heard a voice say I know. Inside of me a light was turned on. Then I was
And Discord, if you need a link to the Discord, let me know. You can't show it here because I'll get banned. And if you show it, you have
the scars never heal. In the darkness, light will take you to the other
What's up,
side.
Ron?
Find me waiting there, you'll see if you just close your
I'm about to go live.
eyes. Hearts
I never live on
uninspired,
basically every
trapped
other
inside
platform.
somebody's dream. Too close to the fire, yet cold and so numb with the pain.
Oh, man.
But the fever has broken and the river has run to the sea. Washed to the ocean and saved by a voice inside me.
Yo, I really used to have all the WWE.
Inside of me a light was turned on. Then I was alive. If you close your eyes, your life and make the truth reveal. Since you never lived, and scars never
We're
heal.
touring this album, bro.
In the darkness, light will take you to the other side. Find me waiting there, you'll see if you just close your eyes. Never thought it would be here, so high in the air. This was my unanswered prayer. Defied by another, so much wasted time. Out of the darkness, each breath that I take will be mine.
Say it in the chat. Oh, here we go. Low key banger. This is a low key. Oh, you answered the prompt? You don't think we're gonna see Goldberg, bro? Come on, take too long. How long does it take you to be able to take it in that week? I do. What up, what up? Hands down, best chocolate right here. Kit Kat. Without question. Gunther. The rumor is the belt was taken off of Jey to give to Gunther, so Goldberg and Gunther are for the world title. Wait, is it? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. My bad. Yes, it is. 100% without question. Why do you sound like a spam account, bro? Guys, if you need a place to watch the show, just DM me and let me know you DM me. I got my shit up right now. Alright, we're live.
Now. Forever.
We're live.
Together.
Okay, Shem. You're not even eligible to make money.
Well, this is Title Town, Green Bay, Wisconsin, which will host WWE's flagship show for a 19th time. WWE fans have sold out the Rest Center just across the street from historic Lambeau Field, home of the NFL's Green Bay Packers. And tonight, and for a second time, this man is the World Heavyweight Champion. Gunther won the title from Jey Uso last week. The Ring General is here live tonight. Well, Bayley made her shocking return last week after being out of action since prior to WrestleMania thanks to a Becky Lynch attack. Bayley is here live. La Primera, Stephanie Vaquer has an opportunity to advance in the Queen of the Ring tournament, but three other women stand in her way. Raquel Rodriguez, Ivy Nile, and the returning Asuka. Fatal four-way live tonight. And the final men's spot in the first round of the King of the Ring tournament was filled by this man. GM Pierce has given the former world champion Jey Uso the opportunity to compete in a fatal four-way versus Sheamus, Rusev, and Big Bronson Reed live
Yeah, I did
tonight.
not agree with it. It doesn't even make sense that he's in there with them.
Watch me.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Intercontinental Champion,
Oh, it's just me.
Dominic
My bad, y'all. Just me.
Mysterio, and one half of the Women's Tag Team Champions.
What have we got here?
Liv Morgan.
Liv Morgan with the cocky
What up,
smile
Monday
on
Night
her face,
Joe?
but
Let's
she
get
has
it.
had a rough time of it as of late over the past couple of weeks. Welcome to Monday Night Raw, everybody, live and sold out today in Green Bay, Wisconsin. I'm Michael Cole. Pat McAfee is off tonight, but I am joined back in the saddle again with my old partner, Corey Graves. Welcome back, Corey.
I couldn't be any more excited to be ringside for Monday Night Raw next to you on Netflix, especially on a night with royal implications.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, last
I
week
fuck
on
with-
Monday
I fuck
Night
with
Raw,
Corey
the
Graves,
return
honestly.
of WWE Hall of Famer Nikki Bella, who was interrupted by one Liv Morgan.
I have respect. I have a championship. And I have a man.
Yeah, she OD.
Speaking of your man, I'm just trying to figure out who he belongs to. You or Roxanne Perez? I'm confused. Can you congratulate her for me for taking your title shot and your man?
You can say whatever you want because I'm still a champion. And all you'll ever be is a reality show diva.
After exchanging incendiary comments, Morgan would nail Nikki Bella with oblivion.
Anymore, Nikki, this is my division.
And the trash talking would continue. Liv Morgan, she'll be in action later tonight against Kairi Sane, but she kicks off Raw here tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Monday Night
Guys, can we run the lights up?
Morgan.
We need like 5K likes. I'm only gonna go live because Harley asked. Harley always holds it down.
And please make some noise for the most gorgeous
Always.
man in WWE. He is the greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time, Dominic Mysterio!
Him winning qualifier, yeah, I fuck with him.
I always holds it down.
Stupid.
Thank you, my güerita, but tonight is not about me.
Guys, help me get the 5K likes so we get pushed out.
Today is all about. It's all about you.
Thank you, Dominic, because respect is the exact reason why I came out here to talk about tonight. You see, it seems like everyone needs reminding that this is my division. And when you talk about my division, you talk about me. You see, Nikki Bella, she had to learn the hard
100%.
way last week. And now she's sitting at home, all beat up, watching me on her television, which is exactly where she should be. Do you guys want to know
I think he
what
ends
was
up
worse
with
than Nikki
Raquel.
Bella not mentioning me last week? It's the fact that Io Sky went up to her before she came out and said, "You paved the way for a song." Well, what a joke, because no one paved the way for me, especially not Nikki Bella. I paved my own way. And then I became the history-making, record-breaking, first and only 4-time Women's Tag Team Champion.
I don't think anyone cares, honestly.
And you guys know what that makes me? Because I know you guys know what that makes me. That makes me the greatest Women's Tag Team Champion of all time. So I'm not asking for respect anymore. I'm demanding it. Just like I'm demanding the rematch that I never got for the Women's World Championship. So, Io, we can do things the easy way, or we can do things the hard way.
We're going to get both Bellas. Oh, maybe not.
Well, we'll see if Io Sky wants to do things the easy way or the hard way, because here comes the Women's World Champion. Corey, last week, Io Sky was one of those in the locker room area who greeted the great Nikki Bella, said that Nikki was a trailblazer. There's so many here.
And listen, I am having a hard time understanding exactly why it ruffled so many feathers, particularly the feathers of one Liv Morgan. Io is simply being respectful about the traditions of this industry.
Do everyone a favor? Shut your mouth! All you do is whine and show disrespect. あんたいつもわがままばっかりいい加減にしろ! You disrespect Nikki Bella, and you disrespect me. If you want to fight me, I'm right here.
I do want to fight you, Io, but I only want to fight you for this championship. But if you're scared to fight me because we know that I've beaten you more than any other woman in this division, then that's okay. We don't need to fight, and you can just hand me the title. I'm okay with just taking it. You can totally just give it to me, and I'll be cool with that.
I'm not handing you anything. If you want it, you have to earn it. You cannot just
Someone's got to
steal
give
it
here. I'm assuming
like
Raquel's going to come out.
You dirty dumb.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Io, just make this easy for Liv. And give her what she wants. Just like I do every single day.
That was so
Io, you
corny.
should listen to Dominic because he's a smart man. You could just give the title a little spit shine and then hand it off to me. I'll take it right now. Thank you. Thank you so much.
You want it?
These segments are so dumb. Come get it. Maybe Kairi, I guess? Kairi Sane? What's going on here? No.
All right, Liv. You can have it.
Oh my God.
Good for Io. Io Sky teaching Liv Morgan to have some respect here tonight.
Oh.
And Dominic as well.
An innocent bystander.
Took him
I
out.
wouldn't go that far.
Right, I was just about to say that. I would not go that far.
Io Sky, the women's world
Actually,
champion.
Io Sky grew on
say
me
that
a
was
lot.
not the
Bro, they
response
by
Liv Morgan
far
was
had the best
expecting
match
from
at
the women's world champion.
Well, what did she expect? Io Sky, a proud champion, was just going to hand over the
WrestleMania.
championship to Liv Morgan. Io Sky will not give away that title without a fight.
Well, listen, Liv Morgan made a lot of valid points tonight. She may, in the opinion of some, deserve an opportunity to become women's world champion once again. But Io Sky is going to make Liv fight for it.
Well, speaking of opportunities, big opportunity tonight. Final first-round matchups in both the men's King of the Ring and the women's Queen of the Ring tournament. Let's take a look at the bracket on the men's side of things. Remember, General Manager Adam Pearce added the former world champion Jey Uso to the mix tonight. The final spot will be decided in a fatal four-way match here on Monday Night Raw. Sheamus and Rusev and big Bronson Reed and main event Jey
Look at
Uso.
this match. It's so
live tonight.
lopsided.
And the Queen of the Ring tournament continues on the women's side. As we look at the brackets thus far, Roxanne Perez, Jade Cargill, and Alexa Bliss have all advanced. Tonight, the final fatal four-way as Stephanie Vaquer battles Raquel Rodriguez, Ivy Nile,
This is an
and a
interesting
returning
one.
Empress of Tomorrow,
I mean, will we
Asuka.
get
Next.
Bliss versus Asuka or Vaquer? I'm thinking Vaquer. I actually think Stephanie fits the Queen of the
And
Ring.
let's not
mold.
waste any time.
Speaking of, but I really do. I think she fits the Queen of the Ring mold. Plus her versus Io. Definitely a banger of a match.
The following fatal four-way is a first-round match in the Queen of the Ring tournament. Introducing first from San Fernando,
Guys,
Chile,
we could run the lights up. I'd appreciate that.
Stephanie
Sitting here stuck at 1,200. I can't believe that
La Primera,
when the women come
and
out,
she is
the
sensational,
viewers
Graves.
drop.
Arguably the hottest superstar in the entire game, be it male or female. Can Vaquer continue her momentum into the next round of the Queen of the Ring?
We're going to find out. We also have the return of Asuka live on Netflix. Golden opportunity for this woman, Stephanie Vaquer, here tonight.
You know, they say absence makes the heart grow fonder. I've missed Stephanie Vaquer in a bad, bad way since she left NXT recently.
You know, big news that came out, Corey, this week. The WWE Super Show coming to Mexico City, Saturday night, the 26th of July.
Right, that's
going
gonna
to
be big.
Monterey on Sunday, July 27th. Tickets are going on sale Thursday.
I would love to go to a super show
at
like
10
that.
a.m. Central Time. The pre-sale will begin this Wednesday. Stephanie Vaquer, of course, part of the women's
What up,
Money in
everybody?
the
Just
Bank
popping
contract
in.
ladder
We
match.
are
A
live
great
across
showing for her in
right
Los
now.
Angeles.
No doubt, an
Can't believe that,
extremely bright future for this young lady. You can hear the adulation of the WWE Universe, well-deserved and hard-earned by the Dark Angel. This is a woman who had the dubious distinction of being the only double champion in NXT history, as she simultaneously held the NXT Women's and Women's North American titles. Incredible effort.
Accompanied by Chad Gable, representing American-made, Kairi Nile.
Hold on now.
Listen, I want to see Goldberg. Uh-oh, hold up. Top 5 in the world, Chad Gable has something to say. They better chill.
Now look, unfortunately, I had to cross state lines to be here tonight from my hometown, where a real football team like the Minnesota Vikings play ball.
I don't understand why everyone hates Goldberg, man. I really don't.
But I was happy to find out we're performing in this building tonight, and not that decrepit, worthless old stadium next door known as Lambeau Field.
Wow. Lambeau Field is shitty.
Because this is a perfect place for Lady Liberty herself, Ivy Nile, to
Not
start her
Lady
quest
Liberty.
to become queen of the ring and bring the title home to American-made, where it belongs. Thank you!
Well, a golden opportunity for Ivy Nile, who's yet to win a singles title here in WWE.
Well, many superstars, Chad Gable included, believe it's only a matter of time before Nile takes her career to the next level. It could begin in the Queen of the Ring tournament.
Yeah, I don't understand the Bill Goldberg hate. I really don't.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, individual event tickets for SummerSlam at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. JETS, Jets, on Saturday, August 2nd, and Sunday, August 3rd, are on sale this Wednesday.
Do
June
not
18th
buy your
via
tickets. Do not
Ticketmaster.
rush to buy your
Resale
tickets,
comes your way
please.
tomorrow, June 17th.
Yeah,
Combo
do not rush
tickets
to buy them
are on
shit.
sale right now.
You go out there tonight and you win, then we'll take care of Kairi and Nile. Got it.
Yeah, things have not been going the way of Liv Morgan, so hopefully Raquel Rodriguez can put a smile on her face tonight.
From Rio Grande Valley, Texas.
We are 18 minutes in, and we are not even in the fucking match yet. This is crazy.
Well, Raquel made her presence felt last week here on Monday Night Raw. Fatal four-way match in a first-round Queen of the Ring tournament. And Rhea Ripley, riptide to Liv Morgan, looked like she was going to pick up the win, Corey.
But Raquel would make her presence felt in an impactful way, taking Rhea's eye off of the situation at hand, which opened the door for an insane elbow. But Roxanne Perez, who promised to help out Liv Morgan earlier in the night, did just that in her own sort of way.
Well, she picked up the win, much to the chagrin of Liv Morgan. Then she said to Liv later on, well, hey, at least someone from Judgment Day picked up the win. And
They gotta
didn't
stop
allow
these
Kairi
fucking
Sane to advance the
Morgans.
tournament.
We heard Liv Morgan just a few moments ago deliver the mission statement to Raquel. It's crystal clear, because when everybody's winning, everybody gets along, whether it be the Judgment Day or any other faction throughout the history of this industry. When everybody's winning, when everybody's making more money, everybody gets along a lot better. Look Look at the intensity etched on the face of Ivy Nile.
Big return here, Asuka. One of maybe 2 returns tonight. You know what's crazy? People are so mad that Asuka's her return.
WWE Universe, you are not ready.
But truthfully, like, who cares? Like, why can't we just be happy that she's back?
From Osaka, Japan, the Empress of Tomorrow, Asuka!
Is the return of the 4-time Women's World Champion. Corey, Asuka's been out of action for a long 13 months.
13 months for us has to have felt like multiple lifetimes to the Empress of Tomorrow, who is eager to re-establish her dominance in WWE. But with that said, the landscape is very different from that of which she left 13 months ago.
Indeed, and Asuka has a knee brace on her left knee, underwent knee surgery, cost her a year of her career, but she's back tonight. Fatal 4-way rules. First woman to gain pinfall or submission wins the matchup. No disqualifications, no countouts. The winner will head on to the semifinals Friday night on SmackDown to take on Alexa Bliss.
Look at this, Vaquer and Asuka working together. Oh! In the early moments of this one, you will see plenty of temporary alliances with the emphasis on temporary in these fatal 4-way contests.
You know, we mentioned Roxanne Perez a bit earlier on. Roxanne's in action Friday night on SmackDown as she takes on Jade Cargill in the other semifinals of the women's division. I'm sorry, that'll be next week on Monday Night Raw. Friday night on SmackDown is Bliss and the winner of this match.
Look at this, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't excited about the prospect of these two locking horns. Here we go, mid-ring, Vaquer and Asuka.
Cover now, and Asuka kicks at 1. Yeah, this is a dream match to many around the world. Both of these women are established stars in Japan. And now Ivy Nile taking the fight to Stephanie Vaquer. Ivy Nile is hungry, Corey, yet to win a singles championship in WWE.
Nile trying to muscle Raquel down, and you're right. Listen, there aren't too many women on the face of the earth you can compare to a pit bull who will take it as a compliment like Ivy Nile does. But look at the power of Raquel.
And Raquel Rodriguez, a ton of confidence as of late, dominating now. Of course, the finals of the Queen of the Ring tournament a week from Saturday. Night of Champions in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. 8 o'clock start local time, 1 o'clock on the East Coast. The winner of that will go on to SummerSlam, Corey, for an opportunity at the world title.
The tournament worth its weight in gold, quite literally.
You saw what Nia Jax did last year when she won Queen of the Ring. Went on to SummerSlam and defeated Bayley for the WWE Women's Championship. Cover now by Rodriguez. Hook of the leg and a kick out.
Here comes Ivy Nile rejoining the party. Nile off the ropes. You're not going to overpower Raquel.
Now there's a fall-away slam by Raquel Rodriguez. Shades of the Hall of Famer JBL. And again, the
I got 3 minutes of ads. Yeah, no, we don't got ads over here. If you want to join the Netflix, we're streaming it directly to the Netflix.
Liv Morgan and Dirty Dom are grinning from ear to ear, watching Raquel dominate.
Great move by Ivy Nile, though. Block right to the back of the knee, takes out Rodriguez, and now Asuka looks to strike.
And this is what sitting under the learning tree of Chad Gable has done for Ivy Nile. She understands making the most of every opportunity,
We got
no matter how slight.
the highest
You know,
tier.
Asuka hungry as well. She hasn't had a singles win. Listen to this, Corey. A singles win since December of 2023. Now, granted, Asuka, before she got hurt, was involved in a tag team, tag champs with Kairi Sane of the Kabuki Warriors.
It's almost surreal to hear you recite that statistic, as this is this Asuka. Whoop, cover here by Nile.
Is it enough? Hooks the arm and a kick out by Asuka.
Asuka, who was once the owner of a near mythical 914-day undefeated streak back to her days in NXT.
Yeah, and
near
NXT
mythical
Women's
is
Champion
actually
for a record
crazy.
510 days, and Ivy Nile drives Asuka to the corner.
Something I've noticed about Ivy Nile is each and every time she steps in the ring, you can see, if not feel, her increase in confidence. You know she trains extremely hard in the gym, in the ring, week in and week out under the tutelage of Chad Gable.
Bro, why are they violating her?
It's paying off big time.
I get. Listen,
Ivy
I
and
can't say I get it.
off. Corey mentioned earlier, former NXT Women's Champion and NXT North American Champion held those titles simultaneously. It's hard to believe that Vaquer only debuted in the WWE less than a year ago.
Right, but she's also a fucking pro's pro, so I don't,
Rango
you know.
perfect position and a count of 1.
And in that time period, Stephanie Vaquer has captivated not only the NXT audience, but now the entire WWE universe. You can't deny talent, and Vaquer possesses that sort of undeniable ability.
Vaquer with a couple of well-placed knees, trying to take over here in this fatal 4-way.
All right, we're back. Yeah, guys, if you need a place to watch, just
And again, this is a final first-round
I
matchup
can
in the
link
Queen
you
of the Ring
into the
tournament.
Discord.
Winner heads to SmackDown Friday night to take on
Just say
Alexa
it in the
Bliss in the
chat.
semifinals. The other semifinal
We
on
got
Monday Night
no
Raw
ads.
next week. Roxanne Perez and Jade Cargill. Shoulders down and a kick out. And now Stephanie Vaquer starting to pick it up, Corey.
Snap suplex by the Chilean-born superstar.
What is it that makes Stephanie so dangerous?
Oh, that's a great question. I mean, Stephanie is an incredibly well-rounded competitor. She can handle her business on the mat. She can fly when necessary. She's incredibly tough, and above all, Vaquer is extremely confident. Stephanie understands just how good she is.
Yeah, Stephanie with a meteor in the corner now to Raquel Rodriguez.
Oh,
and Asuka, a dragon screw, and thank goodness for Asuka. It was the good knee.
Yeah, it might be time to call the doc back and look at getting the other knee done. Here comes Ivy Nile. But Vaquer.
Back suplex by Stephanie Vaquer.
The Dark Angel beginning to roll. There you see that $1 million smile on the face of the Dark Angel.
I'm not sure if you can do this justice for Booker T, Corey.
I wouldn't even try.
Vaquer into the Devil's Kiss.
And Raquel playing spoiler for the entire WWE Universe.
Yeah, the 5-time and current tag team champion Raquel Rodriguez taking over. She has won a fatal 4-way in her career. We're going to do so again tonight. Nice takedown by Vaquer, and maybe Rodriguez is going to suffer a Devil's Kiss.
All right, there we go.
Look at this, a supersized attempt, but Rodriguez just too strong.
Yeah, the powerful Raquel with Vaquer up on her shoulders. Asuka runs into a big kick by Rodriguez.
Around we go.
Vaquer taking Rodriguez over the top.
Oh, shit.
Raquel still holding on.
All right, I don't know if that went the way it was
At least
supposed to go.
momentarily, and now Vaquer on the apron.
Oh, wait.
We saw her do this on a
I gotta
ladder.
stop with this shit, bro.
And now on an apron. No countouts or disqualifications. WWE fans get what they want.
Raquel Rodriguez just had her face rearranged courtesy of the Devil's Kiss from the Dark Angel. La Primera lining up Rodriguez.
And a springboard cross body.
Keep your eyes on Asuka.
Asuka back into the mix now.
Oh, looking for the Asuka lock. This could spell trouble for Vaquer.
Got to wrestle her down to the mat and wrap the legs. Vaquer fighting back though.
Again, it speaks to the high level of technical ability and grappling game of
Guys,
Stephanie Vaquer.
appreciate the likes
Able
creeping
to
in.
ward off the Asuka lock, at least
Guys,
for
if you
the
need a place to
moment
watch,
until
like I said, just
Nile
let me know.
delivers a kick right in the grill.
And again, you mentioned this earlier, the maturity and the growth now of Ivy Nile coming in there and taking advantage when the other two grapplers were in trouble.
Every little window of opportunity, Nile has done her best to capitalize upon.
And Asuka just caught her. Didn't get all of it, however. Drives Ivy back to the ropes. Asuka now. Oh! Little hip attack that time to Rodriguez.
Inside cradle by Nile.
Nile for the win and a kick out at 2.
Almost had a text.
I don't think I've ever seen
bridging German suplex
for the win. Asuka
Ivy
kicks
Nile
it
win
2.
anything.
Ivy Nile can't let herself get frustrated right now. Ivy understands just how close she was to advancing in this tournament. She needs to keep her foot on the gas pedal.
Yeah, Ivy Nile with a huge opportunity here.
What's the name of this goddamn font?
Again, we mentioned earlier, Ivy Nile extremely hungry. He's never won a singles championship here in WWE. You win Queen of the Ring tournament, you get an opportunity for a title at SummerSlam. And now Raquel Rodriguez overpowering Nile. That waist lock. Ivy, though, caught her with an elbow.
And that's what's made this King and Queen of the Ring tournaments so coveted, is an opportunity that you may otherwise never be able to achieve. It's much like the Money in the Bank contract, a guaranteed championship opportunity. It can't be overstated how important that is.
Yeah, Nile went on, as we mentioned, at SummerSlam to take out Bayley last year. She was the Queen of the Ring. The King of the Ring, Gunther, went on and won the world title from Damian Priest at SummerSlam. Cover by Ivy Nile. Raquel a bit too close to the ropes.
See the intensity in the eyes of Ivy Nile as she stares down Eddie Orengo. And I like this strategy by Ivy Nile, holding the ring. That way she can keep her head on a swivel, so to speak, and realize that any competitor coming her way, she can cut off.
I somehow
Nile
don't
has
believe
taken
that's what
over.
she's
The
doing,
other three
but
competitors have been taken out, at least momentarily. Vaquer pulls herself back into the ring. Stephanie, highly impressive a couple of weeks ago in the Money in the Bank contract ladder match, the first one here in WWE.
Netflix without ads. It's like $21 a
Worlds
month.
Collide event.
Some crazy shit. It's honestly way too much.
Right between the eyes of Ivy
I don't
Nile.
pay for it. That's the only reason I have it.
Nile face first into the turnbuckle.
Fucking $21 is crazy.
There's absolutely
for
no
anything
wasted
else.
motion from Stephanie Vaquer. Now, adding a little insult to injury. Looking to scrape the features off of Nile's
in the
face.
sense
One thing
that,
I've learned about
like,
Vaquer is that she is a very unique
man, actually, I'm not
offensive
even gonna lie.
style.
It's not worth it.
Stephanie's
It's
traveled
really
the
not.
globe, picking up different styles, different strategies from Japan, from Mexico, or native Chile. An incredibly well-rounded competitor.
She's crafty, she can grapple, she can fly. As tough as they come, tremendous resilience as well, but may have hurt her knee there.
Well, Vaquer attempted to land on her feet, but tried to tweak something in the process. I'm extremely impressed by what we've seen out of Ivy Nile thus far.
She's been dominating, and Asuka back into the fight. Big matchup for Asuka here as well. Fatal four-way, first match back in a year.
And we talk about how the landscape in WWE is constantly changing in the men's division and the women's. Asuka went away 13 months ago. There's a whole litany of new competitors with which to lock horns. But Asuka wants nothing more than to reestablish the dominance
I
she
really
once
wouldn't
possessed.
recommend
Has an
it.
opportunity to do that as this first round matchup rolls on.
It's highway robbery. Like, there's no other way to put it.
Fatal four-way action in the final first round matchup of the Queen of the Ring tournament. We're sold out tonight in Green Bay.
The winner will advance to battle Alexa Bliss in the next round. Tower being stacked.
Raquel Rodriguez with Nile and Vaquer on her shoulders. Asuka now from the top rope. Wow! Drop kick.
Are the ads that bad?
Incredible!
All four women down.
But can the Empress of Tomorrow capitalize?
Massive matchup for Asuka. First one in 13 months as she delivers this missile drop kick. And that first match back from injury, Corey, you know better than anyone, is so important for your psyche.
And a lot of superstars come back, they return from an injury, and they're a little bit tentative between the ropes. We haven't seen any of that from Asuka thus far.
If they're that bad, that's
well-placed
what
kicks. This is vintage Asuka here.
The striking machine.
The former Royal Rumble winner, Money in the Bank contract winner, four-time world champion, four-time tag team champion. Asuka taking the fight to Raquel Rodriguez. Uh-oh.
Expert level striking from the Empress of Tomorrow. And Asuka starting to roll.
Raquel felt the code breaker, backs into the corner now, and Asuka with a kick right to the midsection. Ivy Nile suffers one as well, and Asuka's rolling. Waist lock, Nile missed wildly.
Boom!
Oh, big knee. Cover by Asuka to advance to the semifinals, and Vaquer makes sure it doesn't happen. And the talent in the ring right now is incredible.
And what we're seeing out of Stephanie Vaquer is so difficult. Her ability to remain calm in the heat of battle.
Asuka now measuring Stephanie Vaquer yet again. Two international superstars.
Asuka, one of the greatest of all time.
No
and
doubt.
Stephanie Vaquer showing absolutely no fear. Certainly a professional respect, but this is what it's all about.
Shane, what?
Reversal. Vaquer sent into the ropes. Shoulder tackle. Asuka just fires her up even more.
And for all of her experience, I don't know if the Dark Angels ever experienced anything quite like Asuka.
Number of headbutts to Asuka. Asuka still on her feet.
Oh, no fear.
See, this is why Corey Graves is down on NXT.
Asuka caught her. What a collision. Now Vaquer to the other side with a knee. And what a matchup to kick off Monday Night Raw tonight with so much on the line.
Not to mention we've got a King of the Ring fatal four-way still to
Cooking
come
up a
later in
little
the evening.
shirt
Nice
right
suplex
now.
by Vaquer. And Stephanie taking her time, measuring Asuka, back to her feet. Asuka to the corner, Vaquer up over the top, rolls through. Drop kick drops Asuka. And again, favoring the right knee that she tweaked earlier, Corey.
It could come into play as this match progresses. Double underhook by Vaquer has Asuka straight up.
Oh!
Damn.
Down goes Asuka, and again, the knee given out. And Stephanie Vaquer, that slight hesitation there may have cost her.
Well, Ivy Nile looking to capitalize off of Vaquer's hard work, hoisting up Asuka. Here we go.
Down goes Asuka. Ivy Nile to advance in the tournament. Vaquer breaks things
Yeah, it's
up.
got to be Stephanie. I want to ride my bicycle. I want to ride my
Still
bike.
see
Queen.
Stephanie heavily
Shane.
favoring the right knee. Looking to
I'm
muscle
so
up
lost
Ivy Nile,
on the
perhaps
shit
for the
you're saying,
SVB
honestly.
backbreaker.
Yeah, that's how she won last week. And Vaquer now
Ooh.
kick right to the face. And Raquel Rodriguez with a big boot.
Raquel not out here for style points.
And now Rodriguez looking for a Tejana bomb.
There it is.
Now goes Vaquer, stacks her up for the win. Meanwhile, Bobby's back. Rhea Ripley just cost Raquel Rodriguez. Turnabout is fair
She
play.
wasn't gonna win that shit.
Rhea
I do
didn't
like
forget.
Rhea and
She
Raquel
sure as
matching up
hell
though. They're both too big
Doesn't
for
forget.
bigger women.
Ripley sends Rodriguez into the ring.
Nah, Shane,
Rhea's
I just
revenge
see what you're
tonight in Green Bay. But watch Asuka.
Asuka's
let
calling
Asuka
that
win?
the Empress Impact. Asuka's in the semifinals.
I'm a little surprised.
Raquel cost
I'm
Rhea
a little
last week.
surprised.
Rhea cost Raquel this week.
Not too
Asuka's
much.
heading to the semifinals Friday night on SmackDown to take on Alexa Bliss.
Alexa Bliss, you'd better say your prayers that you are in fact ready for Asuka. Take a look at this epic Tejana bomb delivered by Rodriguez, which may have earned her entry into the next round, but Rhea Ripley would rear her head and exact revenge.
I'm a little surprised. I'm not gonna lie. I thought
Raquel
Stephanie would win.
Rodriguez riptide on the floor, which allowed Asuka to capitalize with the Empress Impact hip attack. Lights out Raquel. Thank you, Rhea.
Let's head up to the ring and our own Kathy Kelly.
Asuka, congratulations. First match back in over a year, and you won and advanced in this Queen of the Ring tournament. How you feel, and tell me, what's the plan from here?
You're not ready for. I mean, it sounds like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
The fire didn't die. It's still alive. I'll be the Queen of the Ring. No one is ready for
Here we go.
Asuka.
Shut the fuck up.
Well, this coming Friday night on SmackDown, the first of the semifinals
Kenny with the share,
in the Queen of the Ring
appreciate it,
tournament. And it's interesting, Corey.
Guys, keep those
Alexa
lights
Bliss
coming,
and Asuka were once tag team champions together. And now they have to battle it out for a berth in the finals of the Queen of the Ring.
And you've got something as coveted as
That
the
had
Queen
to
of the
be
Ring and the
Goldberg.
guaranteed title opportunity that comes with it. The past may as well be a million years ago.
Well, the What's Your Story podcast is hosted by WWE icon Stephanie McMahon, with new episodes debuting every other week. This past week's guest was magician illusionist Chris Angel. Download What's Your Story with Stephanie McMahon on all audio platforms and
Bro,
watch on
I
WWE
seen clips of the Chris Angel
YouTube.
shit.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, our
Stephanie
main
McMahon
event
was
last week
talking to him
was
like
a
he's a
classic.
fucking idiot, 'cause he
Gunther
is.
versus Jey Uso for the World Heavyweight Championship. At WrestleMania, Jey Uso tapped out Gunther. Tonight,
A rematch the world has been salivating for.
Jey Uso with his son supporting him here tonight.
I'm gonna choke you out. I'm gonna take my World Heavyweight Championship. We gonna run it back the same way I walked out of WrestleMania. World Heavyweight Champion.
The punishment he's taken over the past couple of weeks, there's no way Jey is 100%
Oh my lord, they always have the
tonight.
same for the black. Oh my god.
Jey Uso now. Uso splash. Gunther kicks out. You see Jey Uso favoring his midsection. Gunther, though, realizes
Not you trying to get
Uso's
canceled,
wounded,
Shane.
and he's waiting to take out his prey. No, not the power bomb. Gunther with a spear of his own. Jey still in it. Digging down deep. But Gunther drags him back down to the mat again.
This audience willing Jey back into this. Do something, please.
Now Uso into the sweeper. Chain to WrestleMania. Is Gunther going to tap out again? And now Gunther again wraps it in.
This was such a. I mean, look, I get it. It's because of Goldberg, but.
He's out cold.
He is out. Gunther becomes the new world champion. It is once again the dawning of the Ring General's era.
Whatever, I
Gunther
have
is
to wait
once
for the time.
again world heavyweight
Yeah, it's
champion.
honestly becoming unbearable.
He is the new world heavyweight champion. The Ring General Gunther is here live on Netflix.
Nah, he said Gunther.
It's your boys, the New Day.
You like this new attitude out of the tag champs?
My favorite thing the New Day has ever done.
Doesn't shock me.
Oh, that's right, he hated the New Day. Goldberg, yes sir. So I'm thinking, I hope we don't see Goldberg. You don't, what? Are you dead ass? Why? What up, right?
Well, the original Godfather was in a car wreck earlier this week. He's okay. I guess Xavier paying homage.
Thank God for the New Day.
Now. We have a very important announcement tonight.
We actually cut our Father's Day short voluntarily because we just had to come to Titletown.
With an announcement so big, it could only be made right here in Green Bay, Wisconsin.
And that announcement is your boys, the New Day, will be defending our WWE Tag Team
What, Shane?
Championships.
But it will not be here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. But that's because this is the toilet paper capital of the world. Which does explain why it always smells like...
Y'all know what y'all smell like. You're dumb enough to live here. You're dumb enough to wear cheese on your heads. The reason that we're not going to defend is because we have not found any teams that are worthy of the challenge.
Let's talk about it. War Raiders.
Unworthy.
Alpha Academy.
Unworthy.
Judgment Day.
Unworthy.
A-Town Down.
Unworthy.
Who else? New Catch Republic.
Unworthy.
And if we didn't name you, it's probably because you are.
Unworthy.
I'm not gonna lie, this heel turn ain't doing it for me. The New Day's promos are getting worse as the years go on, unfortunately.
Look on the bright side. We did
I'm
something for
over
y'all
it.
that you're not used to seeing. We actually brought titles to Titletown. You should be thankful for that. And you should thank God for that.
And you should be on your knees with your hands held towards the sky and in your disgusting, moldy charcuterie breaths, scream out in unison.
Charcuterie breath.
Thank
I'm out.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this Saturday at 3 o'clock Eastern, fans at Fanatics Fest can see the SummerSlam press conference with their favorite superstars, including John Cena and CM Punk, among others, will be live as they get ready for the WWE's biggest event of the summer at MetLife Stadium. You can catch this on WWE's social channels. Again, the SummerSlam kickoff show Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern live from New York City. Then on Sunday at 1:30 Eastern, it's the Canelo Alvarez versus Terrence Crawford press conference ahead of one of the biggest boxing events of
with a
all
galaxy.
time. Head to fanaticsfest.com to buy your tickets for the Ultimate Sports
dog.
Fan Festival coming to the Javits Center in New York City.
So happy to see you back in the
this
fold, bro.
weekend.
OKC, KFC, give me 3. Cena in 5, I'm out. That's Shane, by the way. Raikou.
Hey, let's go talk strategy about Kairi. Sis, medical hasn't exactly cleared me for any more that I can do today.
I guess I'll go handle it myself then.
Wait, Juanita. Oh, Dom, just before you go. Remind me again why I've got to master AJ Styles? Because I thought you knew that me and Finn were going after the tag titles.
Yeah, but, you know, AJ's been breathing down my neck. He's coming after my title, and, you know, just take care of him, and then next week you can go back to the tag titles. Promise.
Yeah.
Galaxy from Monday Night Raw Galaxy? I'm dead. You're a fool.
To make sure everything goes smooth, all right?
Yo, Shane, you're an
Actually,
idiot.
Finn,
Guys, I'm going to send the two of you a text. Let me know what you think.
Take care of AJ Styles a couple weeks ago. So, I think it's
Let
best
me know.
if you stay
Shane,
back
your
and
text
come
is fucking hilarious, by the way.
I think you're right.
It's
I
about
think
to
I
go
should stay
down.
back here and hold down the fort. But I think you should be out there watching JD's back. And you make sure
It's about to go
everything goes
down.
smooth. All right. And if you're
I'll
ready,
be in PA.
Let's go.
That would have been a great fucking game to go to, though.
Hey,
Ted.
Raquel, don't worry about what Liv was saying. I think you're doing great, okay?
Shane.
Thanks, Finn.
And you know, speaking about great, Roxanne, I know Liv said she wants to handle things herself, but hear me out. I got
Raikou,
you.
Shane, check your phones. Check your text. I sent y'all both something. $260. $260 is absurd, bro.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the World Heavyweight Champion, the Ring General, Gunther.
Corey, Gunther tapped out to Jey Uso at WrestleMania. He was embarrassed and humiliated by that, and it stuck in his craw for 2 straight months. And he did what he promised he was going to do last week, win back the world title.
Well, I'm going to recommend you don't bring those facts up any longer because unlike your other partner, I'm not going to cover your ass.
I didn't think you would.
Gunther has vowed to restore the World Heavyweight Championship to its sacred status. We are seeing the ring general
I just flipped it. I
at
said,
his
fuck
finest.
it.
Sure, there was a few months.
No one's
rough
gonna
patch,
buy it. It's
but
probably
Gunther
just for me, you
endured
know?
And is now back at the top of the mountain where he so belongs.
He did say on social media that it was clear to him that Jey Uso doesn't have what it takes. He said, I am on top of the world. As long as I lace up my boots, that's where you can find me.
The best professional wrestler on the planet Earth.
I won't argue with you there, Corey. I'm impressed each and every time this man's in the ring.
Another 8-minute fucking entrance. I feel like going back after this and counting how much bullshit WWE's actually giving us.
Celebration befit of the new World Heavyweight Champion.
Everybody's got a rise.
Raquel with confetti. I don't even know what the hell that is. Raquel's just out here getting creative with what the fuck he said there. Ted. Appreciate you. Nah, Shane, you're a fucking goof, bro. Guys, keep double tapping the live. Appreciate y'all for the 2,600 likes we have already. I'm gonna be streaming Sunday nights coming up soon. Little podcast, doing a test run this
at
Thursday.
WrestleMania.
Yeah, we're not getting Goldberg right now.
No, guys, I'm mad enough to admit that at WrestleMania, Jey Uso was the better man.
Was he though?
He was the better man for one night. Because on every other single night, I am untouchable.
I'm dead.
And I know, I heard all the rumors, I heard all the chatter about what's next for me. No. Definitely not that guy. I cussed him out in front of his family. He learned his lesson.
Oh, Lord.
I don't care about rumors.
Megan!
I care about
Megan is a vibe
the
sharing the
reality.
live. Look
the
at that.
reality is that Seth Rollins holds the Money in the Bank contract, and I got what he wants.
He ain't cashing in on
So,
him.
Seth, let me talk directly to you.
Let him come out.
A few weeks ago, you said to me, when I win your World Heavyweight
depends on where you
Championship
sit,
back,
Raquel.
I'm a target. So, well, since I'm a target, I want to make it very easy for you. I am right here.
Oh. Gunther is with this
Don't waste
shit.
no more time.
Ah! It's Goldberg! It's Goldberg! 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 Last ride! Woo! Let's go! Yo, miss me with the Gilbert bullshit, bro. Let's go. Told y'all. Yo. Spear him. Just spear him. Fuck it.
Thank you.
Gunther's next.
Don't be confused, Gunther. It's all good.
You
It's
caused
all
this.
good. Because tonight is your night. Tonight, I'm here to celebrate you winning the World Heavyweight Championship because I've been there before. I understand how proud you must feel. So, congratulations.
854 is
Just
crazy.
wanted to put a little note on tonight and tell you how proud I was of you.
You're next.
You know what, though? One thing, before I go. A few months ago, you started something with me and my family in Atlanta, Georgia. And I am gonna make sure that I end it in Atlanta, Georgia. July the 12th, Saturday
night's main event.
You're mine.
Not next?
Because you're
Last or next?
next.
Woo!
Oh, yeah.
Woo! I told you! He told you! Get the fuck out!
July
Ow,
12th
it's
is
a month
3
away.
weeks from Saturday.
All right, 3 weeks, whatever.
Saturday night's main event. And it's only appropriate. It's in Atlanta.
Damn. Yo, Goldberg's music just fucking, it gets
Well,
me
ladies
so
and gentlemen, as we digest all of this, we want to tell you that up next, AJ Styles, JD McDonough in a match presented by Cash App.
Woo-wee.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, just a shocking moment here in
Was
Green
it,
Bay,
though?
Wisconsin, as the sold-out crowd is still serenading the Hall of Famer Goldberg in the center of the ring.
Why is he still in the ring?
It has been rumored for months that Goldberg
3
will
weeks
return to
away,
WWE.
we are getting Bill Goldberg
Perhaps a final
and
match this
Gunther
career. We don't know
for
if
the
that will be
World
the case,
Heavyweight
but we do know
Championship.
this.
If you
Goldberg
notice,
has made the challenge, and we're being told it will take place 3 weeks from Saturday. Saturday
title?
night's main event in Atlanta. Goldberg Gunther for the world title.
Absolutely
World
colossal
title,
main
baby.
event any day of the week, any day of the year. Goldberg, of course, a former Atlanta Falcon, a city that holds special significance in the Hall of Famer's heart. Does Goldberg have one last spear, one more jackhammer to dethrone the ring general? I don't know, but I will be watching.
Again, Atlanta, where Goldberg was brought up. Of course, he played football in Georgia. He played for the Atlanta Falcons. He was a WCW World Heavyweight Champion. He won the title, beating Hollywood Hulk Hogan in
the Georgia Dome.
Dome in front of 40,000 people. And now we return to Atlanta. Goldberg looking for one last world title. Well, what a night it's been here tonight on Monday Night Raw already. I've got goosebumps, Corey. I cannot wait for Saturday night's main event. This is going to be a great matchup as well.
No doubt about it. We know Liv Morgan has been a very busy woman this evening. Well, one half of the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions will step into the ring with Kairi Sane, a woman herself who's no stranger to gold in WWE.
And our main event tonight will fill the final spot
We are 3 weeks away from Bill Goldberg versus Gunther. World Heavyweight Championship on the line. Goldberg said it was on the shirt. The last ride. Will this be Goldberg's last match, or are we going to get a title run at it? Personally, I think Bill Goldberg should be handed the World Heavyweight Championship. I really do want to see Bill Goldberg versus John Cena. I think there's a shit ton of money in that match. Unfortunately, we're not going to get that. But, I mean, look, I'm not going to lie. I wish we would have seen him a lot sooner. We would have got more. I'm hoping still we get more than one match out of this. Obviously, if he becomes the World Heavyweight Championship, we're going to have to get at least 2 matches. Seth Rollins can cash in, which is what I think ultimately happens. I think Bill Goldberg wins the belt in Atlanta, Georgia, and, you know, it's still a send-off for him. He just gets beat up by Braun Breaker, who I'm sure he's willing to share the ring with. He's friends with his dad and his uncle. You got Bronson Reed, and then, you know, you have Seth just cash in on him, but it would be a great moment for wrestling. I don't care if you don't like Bill Goldberg. You can miss me with that bullshit. When you were 6 years old and he was spearing people through fucking
what do you want to talk about?
Anything and everything and jackhammering the Big Show and shit like that, you didn't care about any of that. All you cared about was he was larger than life. So, Bill Goldberg for the next World Heavyweight Champion.
Moments while enjoying their favorite cocktail from Wheatley American Vodka.
It is on the line. Of course it's on the line.
Damian Priest. New episodes are available every Wednesday on WWE's YouTube and wherever you get your podcasts. And I'll tell you what I want to talk about, what just happened moments ago right here on Raw.
July the 12th, Saturday night, main event. You're mine.
I will say this was not put together very well.
You're next.
This was not put together very well, but I don't even care.
But we can now
I'm all for Bill Goldberg.
It has been made official. July 12th, Atlanta, Georgia. Saturday night's main event. The ring general.
They literally said it on commentary.
Gunther will defend his title against the WWE Hall of Famer, the one and only Goldberg.
And ladies and gentlemen, you have an opportunity to experience the non-stop excitement in Atlanta at both Saturday night's main event and Evolution with On Location, the official fan hospitality partner of WWE. Unrivaled access, unmatched service, and unforgettable experiences. Saturday night's main event, Saturday, July 12th to 13th on Sunday's Evolution. Find your package at onlocationexp.com/WWE. And I'll tell you what, I am still buzzing. Corey, I cannot wait for the opportunity to be involved with calling the matchup between Gunther and Goldberg 3 weeks from Saturday.
I'm still
They
buzzing
never
just from being
officially
ringside
said
out
it
of
was
the
his
roof
last
was gonna
match.
come off the Resch Center. Unbelievable. Goldberg returns and he's gunning for the ring general.
Goldberg, a current Hall of Famer. No doubt this man is a future Hall of Famer.
Nah, you're an idiot.
And his opponent from Gainesville, Georgia, weighing in at 220 pounds, the phenomenal AJ Styles.
That was hype as shit.
There's so much to talk about in this matchup tonight. First, let's talk about AJ Styles. He'd love to win a second Intercontinental Championship in his career. And Dominic Mysterio got himself in trouble here, Corey. He ran his mouth to Styles a number of times, and now AJ Styles is gunning for him. So what does Dominic do? He asked the Judgment Day to do his dirty work for him. First Finn Balor, and now tonight JD McDonough.
Well, why run with a crew at all if they won't watch your back for you? Dom, as the Intercontinental Champion, simply doing what's expected of any group.
Yeah, but since Dominic Mysterio won the Intercontinental Championship, he has rarely, if ever, helped out the members of the Judgment Day. But as soon as he needs help, oh boy, he's out here to help JD McDonough tonight.
Oh, would you listen to yourself? Do you have any idea
I
how
think he'll
physically
just get
demanding
cashed
the
in on.
life of Dominic Mysterio is, competing and defending the Intercontinental Championship against the best in the world, making sure that Liv Morgan is content and satisfied all the time? It's a full-time gig for Dirty Dom.
I saw him in the barber chair today. I don't understand what Josh was doing because Dominic still has a full head of hair.
It's called getting lined up, keeping that mustache tight, Michael Cole.
AJ Styles, JD McDonough. First time these two men have ever met one-on-one in the ring. Nice takedown by Styles, the former two-time WWE champion.
They're two world-class mat
This should
technicians.
actually
AJ
be a
Styles
good
with
match.
The experience advantage, but JD McDonough, despite all of your incessant jokes about the size of his cranium, is a threat, a true force to be reckoned with in this game, an unbelievably skilled wrestler.
Yeah, no doubt about that, and just a tremendous heart and resilience as well. Back in December, nasty crash onto our announce table. And
yeah, you seen how quick they made that official?
He's able to come back and still compete at a high level here. McDonough, former world tag team champion, and mentioned that he and Finn Balor would love to win back the gold, currently held by the New Day.
I think
that
the
was great.
future's extremely bright for JD McDonough, despite the fact that he was dealt a rough hand of cards by life. Shoulders down, great
and a
sunset
kick out.
flip.
And now JD McDonough going to stack up AJ.
Hey, yo!
Back and forth we go here.
Hey, yo! JD's fault he was
That was
born with the skull of a
crazy,
Minecraft
AJ.
character.
Both hands,
Looking at this.
Head scissor escape by McDonough.
And McDonough now in
That
control.
was
AJ Styles
fucking
beat
wild.
Chad Gable last week in a classic matchup on Monday Night Raw. Oh, nice bridge out of this by McDonough, at least momentarily, and now using that oversized cranium to balance himself and, well, helped him get out of that predicament into a backslide. AJ turns things around.
Oh, I think it looks like AJ was thinking about a Styles clash. JD sensed it coming and got out of Dodge in a hurry. I want to talk about AJ Styles as the WWE Universe begins to sing along. Styles truly is a timeless competitor, and AJ's been very open and honest recently that there might not be a lot of time left in his career, so Styles wants to make absolutely certain that his last few years, however long that run may be, is at the top of the game.
Well, that's one of the things that Dominic has been, well, preying on as well, the age of AJ Styles. He's poked fun at it, called him an old man. JD McDonough may be prematurely celebrating. Yeah, and that's the class act that Dominic Mysterio
What is wrong with Dirty Dom applauding his Judgment Day stablemate? He was simply cheering on JD McDonough for a job well done.
It is what he said about AJ Styles. It's also the way that he's treated his father. And oh, look at this. Styles trying to wrestle him down the mat, maybe into a calf crusher here. Styles turns it around and now tries to lock it in and does.
JD McDonough in a world of trouble, scrambling, trying to reach the bottom rope.
And AJ pulls him back to the center of the ring. Wow. Styles now, what a move by AJ Styles.
Fantastic reversal by Styles, maintaining the pressure on this calf crusher submission.
And look at Dominic forcing the rope toward his partner. And
it looked to me like Dom might have just been a little off balance. He's trying to sturdy himself.
Oh, that's what it is. Yeah. Referee Sean Bennett catching him in the
can
act.
I just say what a great guy Dirty Dom happens to be? I saw him at the airport last night, and the first thing he did was come up and wish me a happy Father's Day. Said he'd been jealous his entire life. He'd never been able to celebrate.
Well, I know that he didn't wish his dad a happy Father's Day, so at least he wished someone that.
Well, he did visit Eddie's grave earlier in the week. Uh-oh.
Not him actually running.
This is a mistake by Styles, taking his eye off the goal.
Maybe not. He's grabbing Dominic. McDonough takes out AJ Styles.
Told ya.
Now you're going to tell me Dominic sacrificed himself, too.
That's a great point.
Well, Dominic Mysterio did what he had to do. He distracted AJ Styles just long enough for JD McDonough to launch himself over the barricade and take Styles out.
And that just speaks volumes to how great of a job Dominic Mysterio does getting under his opponent's skin. This is AJ Styles, a man who's done everything and then some in this business.
Good job, Dominic. Nice job. That's great. That really did a lot of good.
Look, Dom is a fantastic teammate, Michael Cole.
Yeah, you are the Intercontinental Champion. There's no doubt about that. Not the greatest ever, as you say. How about how he embarrassed himself and his dad at Worlds Collide in front of the world?
Embarrassed himself?
He acted like a jackass. Oh, a nice takedown by McDonough.
That's your opinion. I think Dirty Dom showed the world that he can be a fighting champion.
Set out powerbomb by McDonough for the win. Styles kicks it too.
Dirty Dom was simply trying to take in a massive cultural event like Worlds Collide alongside Liv Morgan. And Dom took it upon himself to offer up an opportunity at the Intercontinental title against Octagon Jr. That, to me, is a sign of a true fighting champion that should be respected.
His dad, Ray, was being honored at that event. He embarrassed him. Then he embarrassed Octagon Jr. for being a Rey Mysterio fan.
That's because Rey Mysterio is a spotlight hog. You've got the Intercontinental Champion here, Dirty Dom, and all you want to talk about are all the accolades Ray's been receiving lately. It's kind of gross.
He's the Hall of Famer, Corey. And AJ Styles face first into the turnbuckle. And this has been a clinic so far by JD McDonough.
And again, if you've been paying attention for any period of time, you're not surprised by the high-level skill set possessed by J.D. McDonough. And look at McDonough right now, calm as can be, almost in cruise control, fully aware of how dangerous AJ Styles is and how quickly Styles can turn a match around.
Oh, man! Corner, he hit hard. And McDonough with a big smile on his face, doing what he said he was going to do. Take care of Dominic.
Huge smile on my face. The best smile in all of WWE.
That is a pretty great smile.
Yeah, because somebody's doing your dirty work for you. Why do you get in the ring and take care of your own problems? He didn't have an answer for that, did he?
I don't think he heard you. He was busy focusing on the task at hand, which is bringing victory to J.D. McDonough and the Judgment Day as a whole.
He's acting like a good water boy tonight, he is.
He's multi-talented.
And AJ being dominated right now. Again, this all started when AJ decided to pursue Dominic in the Intercontinental title. And Dominic's been trying to get every member of the Judgment Day to come out here and take care of his problem. J.D. McDonough, nice drop toe hold on Styles. McDonough, so fun to watch. Off that leg drop, cover now on Styles. Is it enough to put him away? Kick out at 2 by AJ. Impressive J.D. McDonough. I have to give Dominic Mysterio
I don't understand
credit.
how anyone could actually.
It was because of his actions moments
Unless you're
ago
Bret Hart.
that turned this
Then
match around for
I get it.
J.D. McDonough, his Judgment Day stablemate.
What's today, June 15th? I'm going to write this down because you just gave Dom credit.
So I also have a question about the Judgment Day, and you've been watching, Corey. This whole Finn Balor situation, is he trying to do good by the Judgment Day, or is he trying to drive a wedge in the group?
Listen, I think there's a lot of turmoil within the Judgment Day because you've got a lot of people trying to do their own things individually, which sometimes can come at the cost of the unit. You've got Dirty Dom, the reigning Intercontinental Champion. Everybody should be stoked about that. Unfortunately, for a superstar the caliber of Finn Balor, that may mean less opportunity. That's why it's of the utmost importance for J.D. McDonough to come out here, get the job done against AJ Styles, and then the Judgment Day as a unit.
Right,
can
cool
move
with the
forward.
14 rules. My bad, I just beat that.
Not been welcomed with open arms by some members of Judgment Day. Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. Although Finn continues to bring her around.
Well, Roxanne Perez is a world-class competitor. She's a great addition to any faction. Just so happens to be the Judgment Day right now.
What a clothesline by Styles, and now AJ with that sliding, running forearm, and AJ Styles starting to take over.
And this is what I talk about when I say AJ Styles is timeless. The man seems immune to aging. Just moving forward at the same speed, the same pace as always. Ushigoroshi across the neck.
Here's the cover, hook of the leg, and a kick out. I haven't heard that in years.
It's a deep cut for you.
Styles thought he had J.D. McDonough.
AJ taking his time.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but Bill Goldberg definitely has to win.
There are very few situations, if any, left in this game that AJ Styles hasn't experienced and excelled at.
And here's the problem that Dominic, using the big cranium to his advantage
like
is
a cinder
JD.
block.
Here's the problem Dominic has. If JD, wow, brain buster cover for the win on Styles. Isn't enough? Kick out at 2.
I'm going to cut you off because we were about a half a second away from Dominic not having any problems thanks to J.D. McDonough and this hellacious brainbuster that nearly put Styles down for 3.
And Dominic needs JD to win here. He can't keep running from Styles.
We talk at great length about the pit bull mentality of AJ Styles. It's why AJ has made it to the pinnacle of this industry on multiple occasions.
You know, McDonough's one of those guys, Corey, that you just feel is on the cusp of a breakout at some point.
I completely agree with you, and I think coming back after the injury that McDonough sustained is a clean slate, a fresh opportunity. You can see physically he's in perhaps the best shape of his career. JD just needs the chips to fall his way once, and if he capitalizes, it could be a very, very bright future.
Yeah, win over Styles would propel him to big heights if he can pull that off tonight.
It's a very big if, however. JD going for broke, looking for a superplex off the top turnbuckle. This could end it for Styles, but AJ going to keep fighting.
McDonough trying to balance himself and knocked down to the mat. And Styles been through a lot in this matchup, and quite sure what AJ's.
I don't know if AJ got hung up, perhaps might have pulled something, might have caught himself on the top rope.
Oh, what the fuck?
AJ taking a second to reposition.
Well, and Dominic looking to take advantage of Styles and the distraction there once again by the Intercontinental Champion.
This speaks to how cagey and crafty Dom can be.
And JD McDonough looking to take advantage. Nice takedown by Styles. And quickly, the Styles clash, or as Wade Barrett said last week, the Styles flash.
The flash clash.
Kick out, no, win for Styles. AJ Styles with the victory.
AJ Styles was able to
look
move
at Dominic.
Oh
no! A cheap shot. Pele kick by Styles.
AJ sent up and over to the outside forearm. Rocks the Intercontinental Champion.
And now Finn Balor coming to the aid of Dominic Mysterio.
Thank goodness.
Now what? I think that's all AJ needs to be a what do you call it, right?
And AJ Styles making his intentions
a Grand Slam
known.
champion.
Dominic Mysterio cannot run forever. AJ would love to get another crack at being a two-time Intercontinental Champion.
So what does AJ need
Could
to
be
be
looking into a crystal ball for the Judgment Day, but look, Finn and Dom looking to hatch some sort of attack here.
And JD as well.
Styles is surrounded. Here they come.
Not this
and AJ Styles
outwitting
the
Is he
Judgment
leaving with
Day.
the belt?
He's not the Intercontinental Champion, but Corey, he may well be sometime down the road.
Styles remembers that feeling well, would love to experience the Intercontinental Gold yet again. Take you back to the closing moments of this. AJ Styles ripping McDonough off the canvas. Styles clash, shoulders down, and AJ staring a hole through Dirty Dom on the outside. And then Dom would join for a little extracurricular activity. Forearm from Styles, and Finn Balor to the rescue of the Intercontinental Champion.
AJ Styles on a roll.
Maxine, Natty, Sarah, what's the crack? Tell me, how's me bulldozer buddy Otis doing?
He's doing good. He'll be back soon. But
Good.
big match tonight. How you feeling?
And from one bet to another, take care of Rusev for us.
No, no problem, Natty.
Oh, man.
You just need some tough love, you know? Time to bully the bully.
Sheamus!
Oh, boy.
Kick his ass.
Oh, God.
Sheamus looking to become a repeat King of the Ring winner. First matchup tonight. Meanwhile, Bayley returned last week for the first time since being taken out before WrestleMania.
Oh, dear God.
Those two continue to argue. Bayley's here live on Netflix. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Corey Graves in for Pat McAfee this week. And one of the things that's been going on here on Monday Night Raw, Corey, has been the dominance of Seth Rollins and his new group.
Allying himself with Paul Heyman, with Braun Breaker and Big Bronson Reed. This is a force that may run WWE sooner than later.
And let's show you what they did on Friday Night SmackDown the night before Money in the Bank.
Mexican Destroyer! Penta with the Destroyer!
Oh, that's right. They all got. I forgot about that.
That was awesome by these two. Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed.
And things suddenly go from celebration to extreme concern for Andrade and Penta.
And here they go. Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker and Seth Rollins trying to get the best of Penta and Andrade, Wade.
Paul Heyman has had a major masterstroke putting this game plan together.
Oh, this is more than softening up. Look at Braun Breaker go as he spears Andrade. And a stomp attempt. And what
Rollins is taking no rest. What was happening, Joe?
No,
Yes!
No,
yes!
no, Wade!
Did you hear what happened or no?
Green Bay, Wisconsin. Everyone at home, give it up for my guest at this time, Penta. Now, Penta, a couple weeks ago, you got caught in the crossfires of Bronson Reed, Braun Breaker, and Seth Rollins. Tell me from your perspective what happened.
No matter who is, no matter how many there are, it's no matter to Penta.
Zero.
You want to play with me? You think you can push me around? Listen! Penta fears no one. And you know something? One by one, I will destroy you. Uno por uno los voy a ir buscando para destrozarlos.
Penta's not fucking around.
Yo sé que ustedes y yo vamos a disfrutar esto. ¿Y saben por qué? Porque yo soy Penta, el cero.
All right. Let me post this shit real quick.
Well, WrestleMania is headed back to Las Vegas. Experience the non-stop excitement
Yeah, I gotta be out.
at WrestleMania 42 with On Location, the official fan hospitality partner of WWE. Unrivaled access, unmatched service, and unforgettable experiences. Find your package at onlocationexp.com/WWE. Monday Night Raw sold out tonight in Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin. Live on Netflix and presented by Snickers.
We are live from the Resch Center, which just so happens to be next door to the legendary Lambeau Field. And here representing the Green Bay Packers, safety Evan Williams with his beautiful championship rep in Green Bay and Titletown here on Monday Night Raw.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Bayley!
Well, Corey, speaking of titles, this woman was supposed to have a tag team championship match at WrestleMania, but it never happened because just before the show of shows, Becky Lynch attacked her, took her spot. Bayley would be out of action for 2 months.
I think it's safe to say that Bayley has spent the last few weeks seething about what happened during WrestleMania season, but this unfortunately isn't my story to tell. Bayley is here, she is live, and I have a feeling we are about to hear exactly what's on the role model's mind.
She returned last week with an attack on Becky Lynch. Spoke to Bayley a bit earlier today. She said, "You ain't seen nothing yet."
I can't believe she actually spoke to you.
She did. And then she realized it wasn't you, and she stopped.
I'm so done.
Ding dong, Green Bay!
It feels so amazing to be back. I miss you guys so much. But we do have... I hear you guys trying to sing. All right, we'll get there, we'll get there.
All right, can she... We're not even on ad. Can she get to her fucking point?
You guys all know the classic quote, you don't know what you have till it's gone. But in this case, every time I step into this ring, I know exactly what I have. I know exactly what it feels like to step in here, and I don't take it for granted. I don't take those chants for granted. I don't take you guys singing my song for granted, because every single time I get an opportunity to be in front of you guys, I revel in it. It's what I was born to do. This is what's most important to me. This is what I put my heart and my soul into every single night. And 2 months ago, I was stripped of an opportunity. I was robbed of a WrestleMania match. I was robbed of an opportunity to go after the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships, a division that I hold near and dear to my heart. But luckily for me, I don't come in here day in and day out, Raw, SmackDown, NXT, every single day, losing sleep, putting my body on the line just for one night. I don't do it for the big moments. I don't do it for the championships. I don't do it only for WrestleMania. I do it for nights like
Guys,
tonight.
please
for
go
people
comment
like you.
and watch my full Goldberg video.
So Becky Lynch, if you think you taking me out for WrestleMania hurt me, if you think it broke me, I want you to know that you're wrong, that it healed me, Becky, that it made me better, Becky, that it made me stronger.
No one cares. No one cares.
Now, I may have said in the past, hell, even right up to WrestleMania, how much it bothers me, how much you've been a chip on my shoulder, that you've always just been 2 steps ahead. You've always been just 2 rungs ahead, right up there, but I could never quite make it there. Yeah, that ate at me, Becky.
I'm not gonna lie.
But you know what? I'm climbing that ladder, Becky, and I'm coming straight for you, and I'm knocking you down, and I'm taking everything that you took from me, so you better get your ass out here right now.
We took way too long to get to the point of this promo.
Wow, an impassioned and fired up Bayley tonight.
Bayley never short on passion, has it in overabundance this evening. But here comes the man doing her best troll job, decked out in Bears gear.
And she is indeed the Women's Intercontinental Champion, albeit in controversial fashion when she knocked off Lyra Valkyria to win the championship.
Look at the smug look on the face of Becky Lynch, holding the Intercontinental Championship high above her head for the world to see.
Well, I guess we saw Goldberg. I could get rid of that prong. Fuck it.
Beat you last time.
I'm dead. Guys, let me know if you think Gunther should lose to Goldberg.
I've always been a chip on your shoulder. You and me were the same. We were never meant to be the top of this business, but you accept being second fiddle. I don't.
Ooh.
Much like the Packers.
Some comments were filtered. Oh, good little dig. That comment should have been filtered.
You would always rather have your group of little friends than your legacy. I would always prefer to have my legacy than a group of fake-ass friends.
Legacy?
Ooh.
You want to talk about legacy, Becky? I've built a legacy. I'm a future Hall of Famer if I do say so myself, right, Michael Cole? That's right, I've built my legacy, and I'm so confident in my legacy that I don't mind help bringing along the locker room with me. I don't mind bringing people that need help.
Okay, yeah, the people, you fight for the people, I used to fight for the people, but the people stopped fighting for me, so I stopped fighting for the people. And hey, here's a secret, the people stopped fighting for you too. You want to know the proof? When I took you out of WrestleMania and I walked out down that ramp, nobody gave a damn about you. Nobody cared that you weren't there. They all cheered for me, didn't you?
You hear yourself? You sound like an idiot. Everybody can see it here. These people can see it here. You're so insecure, Becky. You are so worried about what they think. You took a whole year off and you were so worried whether they would boo you or whether they would cheer you that you had to take me out. You didn't know if they were going to care if you came back. You had to be a surprise. You took me out. And 24 hours later, it still didn't sit right with you. You probably couldn't sleep. And you had to take out Lyra, too, because you couldn't hack it if they were going to boo you or cheer.
And they cheered for that, too, didn't they? Yeah, they cheered for that,
She's not wrong.
Becky, do you even remember what it feels like to have to fight for everything, to have to fight for opportunities like WrestleMania, to have to fight for opportunities for a championship? Do you remember that? Or is your head too far up your ass?
She was going to say that reverse. Bayley is not cooking right now. Sorry, guys. I had to relaunch my live.
No, actually, I don't remember what it's like. Do you remember what
My
gold
bad, y'all.
feels like?
I had to reset everything.
I don't actually. Why don't you remind me, Becky? Huh?
Oh, man.
Why
Guys,
don't
if you need a
remind
place to watch,
me?
just type in the
Get
chat.
over here. Step to me, huh? Step to me, huh?
Oh, yeah, okay.
Sit against
What up,
the
Anthony?
Say.
I'm not going to
What
turn
up,
my
Joe?
back
Why don't
to
you remind me what gold
Carol.
feels like?
What up,
I ain't
DJ?
gonna turn my back to you because you're sneaky, but okay, you want a little match? You can have a little match, but not in Green Bay.
Right, who the fuck wants to be here?
And not for my title. See you in Columbus.
Oh, and a cheap shot.
Oh.
Bayley made Becky pay. You know, Corey, from where I sit, Bayley made a lot of sense. Becky seems delusional. Perhaps she's losing confidence. Perhaps she's trying to prove to herself that she belongs where she is at this point in her career.
Yeah, this may surprise some people, but I fully agree with you, Cole. From what we just heard from Bayley, that is a woman who cares about this, who loves this, who will fight to the last breath for this. Becky used to be that. Bayley is now.
Becky's taking things for granted. Let's head back to our own Kathy Kelly.
Yeah, guys, I'm here with Jey
eat,
Uso
man.
and Jey. Minor setback for you last week. Rusev, now the world heavyweight champion. So tell me, how important is tonight's King of the Ring match for you?
It's very important, Kathy. Very important. I won my first heavyweight championship from him. I got his respect. He won the championship back from me. He got my respect. So as far as I take it, Oos, it's 1-1. He can look past Seth Rollins. He can look past Goldberg. But we're going to run it back, Kathy.
You
know
lost
what I'm saying?
like
If that
5
means
fucking times.
going to King of the Ring tournament to get back my World Heavyweight Championship, say less. 4 letters, 1 word,
Jey Uso is focused tonight, but he needs to go through that man, Bronson Reed, and Sheamus. Rusev is ready. It's our main event. It's the final men's matchup in the first round of the King of the Ring tournament tonight.
I'm wondering if something big is going to happen. Here we go.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall.
Yeah, I'm wondering if something big is going to happen, being that that's the main event. I mean, also, why would you not make Goldberg the main event? I don't understand
Kairi
that.
Sane missed a number of months earlier this year due to injury. She's returned in the best shape of her career, she said, and she's been on quite the hot streak. Kairi Sane's in action against Liv Morgan, live on Netflix.
Like, am I wrong for feeling that way? They gotta stop with this commercial.
Well, Corey, Kairi Sane trying to return to her roots a bit when she was the NXT Women's Champion, and she's doing pretty well as of late.
Two-time WWE Women's Tag Team Champion. I'm very excited for the future of the Pirate Princess. You mentioned her run in NXT. It was legendary. The world really got to understand what Kairi Sane was capable of. We're about to get a reminder in this one.
We saw the return of Asuka earlier tonight. She'd been out of action 13 months. The last time she was in the ring before tonight was back in Paris, Backlash, May of 2024, when she teamed with Kairi Sane, the Kabuki Warriors, defending their tag titles against Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill.
Just to save you from the internet, I believe that event took place in Lyon, France.
Oh, Lyon, France. That's right. I was looking at the Clash in Paris, which will be at the end of August.
Unbelievable. One of the best WWE crowds I ever had the luck to experience.
Insane. Remember the camera shaking when AJ Styles was in the ring?
I sure do. I'll remember that night for the rest of my life.
And I cannot imagine what it's going to be like in Paris. We're there for Clash in Paris on Sunday the 31st. Monday, of course, Monday Night Raw. And speaking of Lyon, we'll actually be there for SmackDown on Friday night, the 30th of August. Had a lot of fun in that city as well.
Sure did. We'll just leave it at that, as to not incriminate anybody.
Nah, why did they go extra with that laugh?
And her opponent from Elmwood Park, New Jersey, representing the Judgment Day, she is one half of the Women's Tag Team Champions.
Oh, the rain in Spain falls mainly between my main veins.
That Io Sky just hand the world title over to her, and well, she paid for it. Things not going quite the way that Morgan has wanted as of late.
Well, some people would say that Liv Morgan seems to be crashing out a bit, as the kids say. We're about to find out whether or not that's the case, or if it's more of a controlled chaos, because to many, Liv Morgan is thriving. She's one half of the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. She's got Dirty Dom, the Intercontinental Champion, by her side. But simultaneously, there's turmoil within the Judgment Day. It's almost as though Liv is trying to spin too many plates simultaneously, and that could lead to catastrophe.
Are we going to get a Bella Twin right now? Because if
Liv
not...
Morgan looks to get back on her winning streak against Kairi Sane here tonight live on Netflix.
I don't know. I keep getting flagged. What the hell? I might have to reset my live again. Painful. Absolutely painful.
Ladies and gentlemen, this Saturday at 3 o'clock Eastern, fans at Fanatics Fest can see the SummerSlam press conference where their favorite superstars, including John Cena and CM Punk, among others, will be live as they get ready for WWE's biggest event of the summer at MetLife Stadium. You can catch the SummerSlam kickoff either live in person or by watching on the WWE social media channels. And then on Sunday at 1:30 Eastern, it's the Canelo Alvarez versus Terrence Crawford press conference ahead of one of the biggest boxing events of all time. Head to fanaticsfest.com to buy your tickets for the Ultimate Sports Fan Festival coming to Javits Center in New York City.
I'm tired of hearing about Fanatic Fest. I'm gonna be honest.
Hey, Jey. Thank you for returning this in a timely fashion. I'll make sure that it gets back to Dirty Dom eventually. But I have some good news. You have an opportunity to get this back permanently. Because it's been made official. At Night of Champions, it's AJ Styles versus Dominic Mysterio for the Intercontinental Championship.
Hey, Nick.
Bayley, listen, I heard what Becky had to say out there. It's been made official, but I've added a little twist. See, the way I see it, is that at WrestleMania, Becky took a title match from you, so the way I see it, you're owed a title match. So next week, it's Bayley versus Becky Lynch for the Women's Intercontinental Championship.
I knew I liked you, Nick. Hey, Bayley. Hey.
Oh, welcome back. And congratulations, I guess.
Yeah, thanks. Look, I'm just trying to do what's best for me, and I'm sorry I didn't get back to your text messages or your calls. Like, that was a really rough 2 months. I wasn't getting back to anybody. Like, it's nothing personal, I promise.
No, I get it. It's not personal. You're just doing what's best for you. And just know if you win that title, I'll do what's best for me.
Oh. You know what? I like Lyra right now.
Two major news notes there, Corey. First, you heard Bayley and Becky Lynch next week live in Columbus, Ohio for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Then a week from Saturday Night of Champions, it will be AJ Styles, Dominic Mysterio for the Intercontinental Championship.
Job well done by Nick Aldis, but now we've got Kairi Sane one-on-one with Liv Morgan, and you and I were talking earlier about how Liv Morgan doesn't necessarily seem to be herself recently. Liv has got a lot on her plate, perhaps a little too much. This is what... Did Liv injure herself?
I think so. Referee Jessica Carr, as Kairi Sane looks on, Liv may have injured her shoulder. And I believe our doctor is going to head over now and check on Liv Morgan.
Well, listen,
wait,
this could
what?
speak to the point I was about to make. I mean,
again, let's take a look at what happened here. Kairi Sane,
takedown by Sane. Ooh, is it the right shoulder? I think Liv might have dislocated her shoulder.
Yeah, we're going to find out. Doctor's over there with her now.
Oh no. Guys, appreciate the double taps. I don't know. I don't.
Again, this is the developing situation here, live from Green Bay, Wisconsin. Kairi Sane, Liv Morgan, one-on-one here tonight, and Kairi Sane with what seemed to be a normal takedown of Morgan, and Liv Morgan appeared to perhaps injure her right arm or shoulder.
Well, listen, it's not uncommon to have something like that happen. You do your best if you're being taken down to protect yourself. Sometimes you try to brace for the impact. It looks as though on the one replay we saw that might have been what Liv was looking to do, trying to get her hands up, her arms up, to try to mitigate the impact, falling face first. And in the process of doing so, might have injured her shoulder.
Yeah, it's been a rough go as of late for Liv Morgan.
But it speaks to what we were talking about, that maybe, potentially, Liv does have a little too much on her plate. She was away recently making a movie.
Nah, this is the way of her stealing the win.
Obviously got her relationship with Dirty Dom. There's turmoil within the Judgment Day. Let's take another look at this.
If it was dislocated, they would pull it up and pop it back in.
And again.
Yeah, the right elbow made contact. That could be an elbow, could be a shoulder. Notice
maybe
instantly.
her elbow.
Oh, the doctors are helping Liv Morgan now back to the locker room area as we show you again what happened. We hope to get an update at some point on Liv.
If Liv is hurt,
instance of Liv trying to defend against the takedown, and her body had other plans. But
if Liv is hurt, does this derail?
Ladies and gentlemen, Liv Morgan can no longer continue the match. Therefore, your winner, Kairi Sane.
Kairi Sane going to earn the W tonight, certainly in a fashion other than she had hoped.
All right, that was extra weird, but
a win is a win due to an unfortunate injury sustained by Liv Morgan.
Is she actually hurt?
Now, Kairi Sane.
That would be something else.
Picks up the win here tonight. But again, the unfortunate situation involving Liv Morgan. We hope to get an update on Liv in just a little bit here on Monday Night Raw. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're back here live on Monday Night Raw. Unfortunate situation moments ago in the match between Liv Morgan and Kairi Sane. It seemed to be, Corey, a normal takedown by Kairi Sane. It's just the way that Liv Morgan landed.
Yeah, certainly not something we would generally consider high risk, but here's another look in slow motion. Kairi with the single leg takedown. And watch Liv Morgan's right arm, particularly her elbow and shoulder area. And all Liv was trying to do was protect herself. This is standard procedure for any sports entertainer. This is a normal reaction from Liv Morgan trying to protect herself, and unfortunately her body just appears to have given out on her in this instance. Again, Kairi Sane going to earn the victory due to Liv's inability to finish the match. We will do, as you mentioned moments ago, our best to keep you posted.
Yeah, you saw medical personnel helping Liv to the back. She was favoring her right arm. Hopefully we'll get an update on Liv here in the next couple of minutes on Monday Night Raw. We talked about it as well. It's been a rough go for Liv over the past couple of months. Of course, she missed some time due to the movie, came back, had some issues within the Judgment Day, and then tonight, obviously, an unfortunate injury for Liv.
Yeah, the life of a WWE superstar is full-time. The travel, the training, the in-ring, the out-of-the-ring, the appearances. Liv Morgan has thrived and loves that lifestyle. Unfortunately, sometimes your body has other plans.
Yeah, including traveling halfway across the world, which we're going to do a week from Saturday. And one of the feature matchups, of course, is John Cena versus CM Punk for the undisputed WWE Championship. This thing really came to a head last week on Monday Night Raw.
You are all spineless keyboard warriors. I have limited time. I told you when we started, 36 dates. And if you want to accomplish something, use your voice and send me competition. Because the way I see it, everyone you have cheered for
is a loser or what?
Shut your mouth and beaten your best.
I have a lot of things I want to get off my chest. You mad because the establishment picked you, but the people never did? That title has corrupted you. By my count, you've got 18 dates left. Of what little respect I had for you, I'll leave it up to you as to which one of those dates I take this off your shoulder. You'll say that date is tonight, right here, right now.
Let's do it! Not tonight. We're gonna do it at Night of Champions. Ball's in your court, hero. So what do you say? I use CM Punk's rebellious nature and sociopathic self-confidence to back him into a corner. Where now, if CM Punk really wants to take this, he has to admit to himself that he's a hypocrite.
Here's the truth. You can't beat me. When I'm at my best, you never could. I'm gonna ruin wrestling. I'm gonna take the strap and leave. Man, you sound like CM Punk. I won the title. I left with the title. You're trying to follow in my footsteps. You couldn't stop me. You think challenging me at Night of Champions is gonna stop me? I will follow you to hell to prove that I am better than you.
We've pretty much gotten nothing but packages tonight.
You are the GOAT that I will spit roast and sacrifice to the gods of wrestling. You can't see me. I see through you. And I always have. And that's the truth.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, a week from Saturday, 8 o'clock local time, 1 Eastern, 10 a.m. on the West Coast. It has been 13 years since these two men have been involved in a matchup with a championship on the line. John Cena In his words, the last great champion defends the undisputed WWE Championship against the Second City Saints. CM Punk, the renewal of a great rivalry. A week from Saturday, Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, Night of Champions.
But before we get to Riyadh, let's take a look at what goes down this coming
Night
Friday
of Champions. That's a good question. I'm actually reading about Night of Champions right now, which I really shouldn't be because I'm on live.
The entire wrestling world at Money in the Bank by reappearing and attacking Cena. None other than R-Truth. We'll go one-on-one with John Cena.
That takes place this coming Friday night on SmackDown. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we mentioned moments ago, Liv Morgan was injured in her match with Kairi Sane, helped to the back by medical personnel. We can tell you now that it appears that Liv has suffered a dislocated shoulder in that matchup.
Unfortunate circumstance, Liv Morgan.
1 p.m.
We know this is a
Eastern.
high-risk business. Every night, every competitor who steps in the ring puts their body at risk. Best wishes to Liv. We'll keep you posted.
Yeah, stay tuned.
She's
to
probably got
WWE
some torn
social
ligaments.
media
That means it's going to be
the
6
latest
p.m. Monday.
on Liv Morgan. Meanwhile, let's head to the back and Kathy.
I'm sorry.
Thanks so much, Cole. Yeah, everyone is talking about this King of the Ring tournament, and I am here with Sami Zayn. Sami, congratulations on your victory last week. You're moving forward in this tournament, but this Friday you face Randy Orton. So talk to me. Tell me how you're feeling.
I don't know, Kathy. I feel like I've talked about the World Championship so much lately and what it means to me, and now somehow the opportunity's here. You know, and look, I've had the chance a few times in my career to challenge for the World Championship, but I don't know, something about this time just feels different.
Oh, this is so disturbing.
Here's Killer Cross.
Different. There's absolutely nothing different about this. You know,
It'll be 1
you're
p.m.
an insane person, right? You know what an insane person does? They do the exact same thing every day, expecting a different result. Let me explain to you what's going to happen. You're going to go to Friday Night SmackDown, and you're going to compete against one of the most diabolical people this business has ever seen. A guy who knows how to win, the Viper, Randy Orton. And then you're going to lose. And he's going to go on to become a 15-time world champion. And then you are going to stay at 0.
You think I'm crazy?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I think you are?
Why can't you watch
it? Coward. I think you hide back here and you talk and you hide in the shadows and you lurk and you talk in riddles. Why? You don't go out there because maybe all the big talk that you do, when you go out there, maybe you can't back it up.
Oh.
Maybe you don't have the courage to talk a big game, and maybe you fall on your face and you don't have the courage to go back out there, because trust me, I've talked a big game, I've gone out there and I've lost, and I've had the courage to pick myself back up and go out there again. Can you say the same? I didn't think so. So I'm done listening to you talk. Do you understand me? Right now, my focus is the King of the Ring. That's my priority. But I'm telling you right now, the second that's done, I am going to Adam Pearce. And you and me, we're going to have this match once and for all.
It's about time.
Damn, so Sami's not winning. Okay. Which I didn't really expect. Here we go. Here we go. 20 minutes of entrance.
Are you going to join in the festivities tonight, Braves?
We'll see how I'm feeling when he
I
gets
mean,
here.
if you have Discord, you can watch it on your phone.
Well, you better take it easy. We don't need another injury.
That's why I'm just standing here and flapping my arms.
It's the injury.
You got to give Jey Uso credit, Corey. Last week he came out here, he lost his coveted world championship to Gunther, but he's back on the horse tonight, looking for redemption and an opportunity to advance in the King of the Ring tournament.
The following fatal four-way is a first-round match in the King of the Ring tournament.
Liv Morgan got hurt in her match, so it ended in literally 2 minutes. She has a dislocated shoulder.
Jey Uso.
I think we're going to see exactly what Jey Uso is made of when it comes to mental fortitude. You're talking about getting back on the horse, about having a short memory, forgetting the loss to Gunther. That's what Jey's going to have to do, because he's going to have 3 behemoths gunning for him in this matchup. But it could eventually all lead to what Jey wants most, another opportunity to become World Heavyweight Champion once again.
Thank you, Kevin. Take care.
Yeet Bay. See what I did there?
I did. I'm going to do my best to ignore it.
Thank you, Kevin.
See,
Sloppy.
Chocolate we ate. That's how it's done. See, I got a lot better since the last time you were here.
You've been practicing. I'll give it to you.
Jey Uso with an opportunity to head to the semifinals. Sheamus, Rusev, big Bronson Reed stand in his way. It's live on Netflix.
Can't really call him mid-card. He is main event right now.
They are eating in Title Town tonight.
I saw a sign up there. Rather than cheesehead, it said yeet head. Not entirely sure they understood the implication.
You mentioned it earlier, Corey. This is the tough road for Jey Uso. In the ring with a former
Jey Uso
world
does not
champion
belong
in
in this
Sheamus.
match, bro.
Big Bronson Reed, who's been on a tear, and of course the returning Rusev.
And what I respect most is Jey Uso earned the loss. Jey Uso has not run from the truth. Jey hasn't blamed anybody but himself. Jey tried his best. He fought his heart out. He defended his World Heavyweight Championship proudly and simply couldn't get the job done on that given night against Gunther.
The only criticism that anyone could have of Jey Uso is the fact that he stretched himself a bit thin heading into that title match last week, involved himself in some things that maybe he shouldn't have been involved in, may have cost him the championship.
Could certainly be an argument made, but the fact is Jey Uso, to your point, is back on the horse. Jey Uso looking to move
I restarted my live and it
let
looks
the
like it was a
past
bad
exist
idea.
in the past. Worry about the future and climbing back up the mountain.
I mean,
it all begins
how do you
tonight
not
in Green
say
Bay.
Jey, which kind of sucks. You know what I'm saying? But I think ultimately, and I'm going to make a video about it, I think ultimately what's going to end up happening is Goldberg's going to beat Gunther. They'll have a rematch, possibly, in Saudi Arabia, where Goldberg drops the belt to Seth with a cash-in.
Remember, the winner of the King of the Ring tournament
we then have
gets
Jey
an
and
opportunity at the World Championship in their respective brands. So
I find it very hard to
to
think that Goldberg does not win a final world title.
Hunt.
Which, I gotta be honest,
sold out crowd in Green Bay. Eating along as Jey Uso is all business.
I gotta give these fans all the credit in the world. The fact they're all still yeeting after all this time, they're in better shape than I am.
I had to sit down.
It's kind of hard to see Goldberg not getting it. Floppy disk, what? I don't have an issue with Goldberg.
We are in Green Bay, Wisconsin tonight. Titletown, host, of course, of the NFL's Green Bay Packers. And want to remind you that 6 Feet Under with The Undertaker is now available under the WWE Podcast Network in partnership with Fanatics. The latest episode dropped last Thursday with new co-host Michelle McCool. Download 6 Feet Under with The Undertaker on all audio platforms and watch on WWE YouTube. We, of course, are in Green Bay, right across the street from historic Lambeau Field. 19th time that Monday Night Raw has emanated from Green Bay. Very first Raw in Green Bay happened back in 1996. Next week, Monday Night Raw heads down to Ohio, the capital city of Columbus, and great matchups on hand, including the Intercontinental Championship match in the women's division, where Becky Lynch will defend the title against a passionate and emotional Bayley live next week on Netflix.
It's like the 4K
semifinals get underway,
which is crazy because I was telling my girl she's got to cancel
headed to Columbus.
It's like another $8 or some shit
goes
like that
one-on-one with the prodigy of the Judgment Day, Roxanne.
You don't gotta watch a movie in 4K.
And also, it'll be a semifinal matchup on the men's side of things. Cody Rhodes, who is advanced, will take on the winner of our next matchup. It'll either be Sheamus, Rusev, Bronson Reed, or main event Jey Uso, who is already in the ring. He's been Udi throughout the commercial break, getting set for our main event match tonight. I want to remind everyone that Sam Roberts and Megan Morant dive into everything from Monday Night Raw and WWE on Raw Recap, brought to you by Fanatics, available every Tuesday on WWE's YouTube and all audio platforms wherever you get your podcasts. Bayley, a special guest on Raw Recap.
Pour some sugar on me. Absolutely crazy, dude.
From Bulgaria,
Timo ass Goldberg. Fuck out my face, Rusev. Nah, I'm fucking with you. I fuck with you, Rusev.
The man who claims he will save superstars from themselves. Rusev has returned to WWE with a vengeance.
This is an extremely different Rusev than the man I knew many years back in FCW when we were in developmental together. Rusev physically in the best shape of his career.
It's a song,
to your point, Rusev views himself as something of a guiding light in the locker room.
It's
Says
a
he
ballad.
wants to
They
teach the locker
actually
room to learn from his mistakes.
They don't want to laugh so bad at Rusev. He got in his face and he roared at him. What the fuck?
Well, individual event
Jay liked it.
SummerSlam at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey on Saturday, August 2nd. Sunday, August 3rd are on sale this Wednesday, June 18th.
Guys, I might be taking a week off.
Resale is tomorrow, June 17th. Combo tickets.
I gotta update
on sale right now. Not sure if I can do this justice, but it's Fight Night, baby!
Yeah, nah, we gotta do that, Michael.
from Dublin, Ireland, weighing in at 267 pounds, Sheamus!
You know, there's only been one man in history to have been crowned King of the Ring on 2 different occasions. That is the Hall of Famer, Bret the Hitman Hart, from back in the 1990s. Sheamus won the King of the Ring in 2010. Corey, he wants to become only the second man to win 2 times King of the Ring.
Sheamus knows all too well what value the crown can bring to your career, but here we see 2 longtime
July
friends
12th
turn
is
bitter
3
rivals
weeks.
in Sheamus and Rusev. Rusev told me earlier today, when he needed Sheamus most, Sheamus left him in the dark. Sheamus turned his back as Rusev said he was lost in the abyss. And Sheamus said, Rusev, it's about time you man up and earn your mistakes. Own your choices.
Well, the last time that these 2 men were in the same match was 6 years ago at WrestleMania 35, but they haven't been opponents in a decade.
Talking League of Nations days?
Yes.
Bring Barrett back.
Accompanied by WWE Hall of Famer, the White Man, Paul Heyman. From Blackthorn, South Australia, weighing
in at 330 pounds.
I actually fuck with Bronson Reed. I'm not gonna lie. I genuinely like Bronson.
Well, Mr. Money in the Bank, Seth Rollins is a win by Bronson Reed tonight to complete his plan. Well, remember what happened before Money in the Bank? Seth Rollins and company, well, they took out LA Knight and others on Friday Night SmackDown before Money in the Bank. Well, payback was coming last week.
Well, LA Knight, the notorious hothead, would hit a BFT on Braun Breaker, dropping Breaker last Monday. But Breaker and Reed did not forget. Mess with this duo at your own peril. Hellacious spear by Breaker, which opened the door for the Viper to advance in the King of the Ring tournament.
So LA Knight cost Braun Breaker an opportunity to advance last week. Then they cost LA Knight an opportunity to advance this past Friday night. You saw Randy Orton win that match on Friday. So this is how things look right now. Friday night on SmackDown, it's the men's semifinals. Sami Zayn will take on Randy Orton. And then Monday, Cody Rhodes defends against the winner of this matchup in the other semifinals.
Tonight on the menu, the Big E special. I hope they reinforce the ring. This thing's got more beef than a Brazilian steakhouse. Sheamus sent to the outside, courtesy of big Bronson Reed.
Oh, and Sheamus takes out Reed at the knees.
And I know it's a newfound alliance, but Cole,
I would
let's be
love
honest
for
with
one of
ourselves.
these fatal four-way matches
Big
to
Bronson
actually
Reed
have
is now
some sort of
taking
drama
orders
in
from
them.
both Seth Rollins
In terms of,
and
by the way, I'm sure we're going to see LA Knight. I would not be surprised if we see LA Knight tonight.
I don't know what is.
Indeed, as
I
you
would
see
love
Rusev
to
now taking apart Jey Uso. Jey, of
like,
course, his ribs heavily
I don't know,
due to
a chair
tsunami
maybe,
from
like
Bronson Reed a couple
they
of weeks
are.
back, and then of course the attack.
How
by
bad was Liv's
Gunther
injury?
this
Not bad
past
at all.
Monday.
I fucking dislocated my shoulder. My
Jey
shit
Uso
was
lost his world
fried
title.
as fuck. It looked
Big
nothing
right
like
hand by
hers.
Rusev
Hers
on the
was not
ear of
bad
Jey
at all.
Uso, and here comes big Bronson Reed.
Yeah, the Oscilla.
Look at this. These two unloading the heavy artillery.
This is a fatal four-way rules. First man to gain pinfall or submission picks up the win and advances to the semifinals. No countouts, no disqualifications.
Look out below.
Rusev with a suicide dive, taking out Rusev. Who is going to advance to the semifinals of the King of the Ring?
Yeah, she's probably going to be out. It's not. It depends. If she tore ligaments, which
and again, very
9 times out of
important,
10
the
when
King
you
of the Ring tournament,
dislocate
because if you
something,
win, you get an
you're tearing
opportunity
ligaments because
brand's world
some
title
shit is moving in a
SummerSlam.
direction it's not
We're
supposed
only
to
a few
move.
minutes into this
But
matchup, and you can see the pain etched on the face of
it
the
really
former
depends on her
World Heavyweight
tolerance.
Champion, main
I
event,
played
Jey
football. I
Uso.
dislocated
And
my
here
shoulder.
comes Sheamus,
hey,
a man who referred to
December
himself as the
22nd.
Great White. You don't want to come into a
was
battle
on a football
wounded
field
against the Celtic Warrior.
Yeah, Hall of
in
Fame
March.
resume for Sheamus.
And I played April
4-time world champion, numerous time United States champion and tag team champ. He's won the Rumble. He's run Money in the Bank. He's run King of the Ring. Accomplished just about everything in his career.
Boom.
You want to know how important it is to ring King of the Ring? Ask a guy like Gunther, the current world champion, who last year won and went on to SummerSlam to beat Damian Priest to win his first world title.
Truly anybody's match.
Oh!
Just a few feet away from us.
Yeah,
Rusev and Reed are wrecking the place.
Yeah, the reason you heard me come out of my chair is because Rusev just about drove Bronson Reed through the barricade to our right.
It was a bold decision by main event Jey Uso. Good Lord, man.
And Bronson
It
Reed
definitely sucks.
dropping
It's
Rusev
and it's
headfirst
a
into our
painful
table,
fucking injury.
dislodging everything back here. And now Rusev using the cowl to the announce table.
It's all perfectly legal.
But I think it also
under fatal
widely
four-way
depends
rules.
on
Look at the intensity in the eyes of Rusev.
And
your
now,
own pain
Bronson Reed
tolerance.
driven
You know what I'm
kidney
saying?
first into the apron.
And
Rusev is
oh no,
not done yet.
These two bulls may destroy the entire town.
Rusev trying to suplex the 330-pound Reed. Reed able to counter. And now Bronson Reed lifts Rusev up and drives him through the hood of the announce table.
Nah, driving him through the hood is
Again,
very
like Corey
bum.
mentioned, no disqualifications, no countouts. And now Sheamus turns his attention to big Bronson Reed, who delivers a headbutt of his own. And we knew this was going to be a physical matchup.
And we remember the dominance of big Bronson Reed prior to his career
Threatening to the bad ribs. Cover. Jey kicks out at 2.
His career-threatening injury that he suffered back at Survivor Series, but now that Reed's back under the tutelage, under the guidance of Paul Heyman, you know how governments fear that the right technology falls into the wrong hands because it could be dangerous with somebody who wields it? That's kind of what I think of when I think of the concept of Big Bronson Reed under the control of both Paul Heyman and Seth Rollins.
Well, and remember, Bronson Reed had quite a rivalry with Seth Rollins. Delivered a half a dozen tsunamis to him one night, and Seth said, I need this guy on my team. And Bronson Reed right now dominating, clearly not 100%, Jey Uso. You know, Corey, you were just mentioning a few moments ago the injury to Bronson Reed back at Survivor Series. Let's not forget how he got injured. 330-pound man coming off the top of the War Games structure, shattering both ankles, and now he's back in action.
Big Bronson Reed's like a Paul Heyman dream come true.
Where can this match possibly go?
Paul Heyman continues to just surround himself with talent.
You've known Paul Heyman longer than I have, Cole. Have you ever known Paul Heyman to lose at anything? He may pivot, he may shift, but Paul Heyman does not lose.
Well, Heyman obviously knew talent. He tutored me along the way. As
we all make mistakes.
In trouble now. Uso with a big kick to the face. And Uso looking to rally, but Rusev about took his head off.
We talked during his entrance about the fact that Rusev is in perhaps the best physical condition of his career. Got a little leaner, just as muscular, just as strong as ever, but now quicker than ever before. But Big Bronson Reed gets a taste of the steel ring post, courtesy of the Celtic Warrior. Here comes Sheamus.
And Sheamus now launched into the WWE Universe. Now remember, Rollins wants Reed to win the King of the Ring tournament, because then Big Bronson Reed would go after the World Heavyweight title, and Gunther and Seth Rollins could turn his attention with the Money in the Bank, perhaps to the other side of things, the undisputed WWE title.
Oh, right now, Bronson needs to...
Run it back. Make it 20.
Sheamus is fired up tonight.
Well, you mentioned it earlier. Understands what winning King of the Ring means, and wow.
Here comes Reed.
And Reed, though, as Jey Uso sidesteps it.
Reed might have just taken himself out of the equation.
Reed goes into the barricade. 1985, Don Morocco, very first.
It's kind of hard to be in this match when you know Jey Uso's just going to win. The biggest thing that's probably going to happen during this match
just clobbered.
is probably going to end up being...
ran him over. Nothing pretty.
LA Knight.
Almost reminiscent of the great big man Vader, using his entire body as a battering ram to flatten main event Jey.
Shane, are you still awake?
And now these long-time friends and bitter rivals turn their attention to one another. Sheamus has never beaten Rusev in a matchup.
Rusev blames Sheamus for some of the darkest days of his career, and Sheamus said, suck it up, man up, own your mistakes. Here we go!
Rusev and Sheamus exchanging blows in the middle of the ring. This has been simmering for weeks. Now clubbing blow drew. Sends Sheamus back to the rope, but look at Sheamus now with the forearm. Sheamus misses wildly.
Look out!
Wow, what a spin kick.
And that is terrifying athleticism from a man the size of Rusev. Look at the intensity on the face.
Yeah, former three-time United States champion runs into a boot by the Celtic Warrior. And Sheamus up and down goes Rusev. Sheamus staring into the eyes of his adversary. Rusev returning the stare. And these two men just beating the hell out of one another.
Oh, you ain't kidding. There's some live rounds going back and forth right now.
And again, the prize at the end of the King of the Ring tournament is the champion at SummerSlam. As Bronson Reed just... And now look at these two still going at one another.
Picking up right where they left off.
Yeah, complete disdain now. Big splash in the corner by Big Bronson Reed. Jey Uso fighting back. Tremendous resilience by Jey. Caught by Bronson Reed. This is not going to be good for Jey Uso. World's strongest slam delivered.
Yeah, I don't know why I keep getting banned from the fucking For You page. It happens from time to time, but like, bro, come on.
Reed was pointing down to Paul Heyman, who is sitting on our announce table. Reed understands what being aligned with Breaker and Rollins and Heyman means for his career.
Well, one of two things happens when you apply the world of pressure on a WWE superstar. They either crumble or they become a diamond. And look at Paul Heyman's track record. The guy could open a jewelry store with all the diamonds he's created in this game.
No doubt about that. Oh, and a big elbow delivered to Sheamus in the King of the Ring tournament. 10 world champions have been King of the Ring.
All right, guys, so it's been confirmed Liv Morgan has definitely tore her shoulder.
King of the Ring. Means so much to everyone's career. Ask Booker T for being King.
All right, guys, it's been confirmed Liv Morgan has officially been ruled out for possibly a couple months. She dislocated her shoulder in kind of like a very simple spot. It was like a drop toe hold spot. I'm going to put it behind me with the green screen. But
terrifying. At 330 pounds,
I don't think it's going to be as long as
sometimes
people
more,
think.
sometimes a little
in
bit
my
less.
opinion,
Big Bronson
of course
Reed
it depends on the
force
severity of it,
nature,
obviously.
no matter how you
depends
slice
on
it.
if it's happened again, if it's happened prior to this. But
completely
I literally dislocated my shoulder. I got hit by a car as a pedestrian. When flying, dislocated my shoulder. It was pretty bad.
In my opinion,
initially they thought it was going to take anywhere between like 4 to 6 months. I ended up healing in 2.5 months. I was aggressively rehabbing it though. It happened December 22nd. I was on a football practice field because I had to be by like March 24th. And because I had a lot of practice before I played. I went and did that, and then I played April 1st or 2nd the following week. So it really depends. We'll see how it shakes out. It also depends on your pain tolerance. I wasn't shot up with anything, obviously, but she's a professional athlete. So if she needs some morphine, they're probably going to give it to her. If it means her wrestling Nikki Bella.
Now we were talking
Just
about
saying. So we'll see how this goes. But
tonight. How about Sheamus?
Definitely praying for Liv Morgan and hope he
continues
gets better
to age
real
in
soon.
reverse, hits harder than ever, and is still as hungry as his first day on the job.
The best shape of his career in my mind.
Yeah, that shoulder shit is definitely.
Sheamus,
you're all right over there, Cole.
Sheamus just threw Rusev over our announce table. Rusev, meanwhile, I think he grabbed your monitor.
I just had Rusev deposited into my lap. Courtesy of the Celtic Warrior, who now stands eye to eye with the former World Heavyweight Champion main event, Jey Uso.
Yeah, first man to gain pinfall submission advances to the semifinals next Monday night against one Cody Rhodes, right here on Monday Night Raw. Now Sheamus and Jey Uso battling it out. Sheamus, Jey trying to hang on. Sheamus, now he's going to set up Jey for 10 beats in the batter, and I'm not sure that Jey Uso's insides can take this.
You're right about that. We already know that Jey's ribs are banged up, to the extent of which we aren't entirely certain.
Oh!
Sheamus wants to make sure.
Good to hear.
Oh, no.
Manny is cheating on me, David. What a
to the injured midsection. And now big Bronson Reed. He just headbutted Sheamus in the chest.
And Sheamus dropped like a stone.
Man, just a freak of nature, this 330-pound Bronson Reed.
This could be the beginning of the end for the Celtic Warrior and this fatal four-way. Think about that, Cole.
Oh, Sheamus just trying to get 330 pounds up on his shoulders.
Nah, that's crazy.
Bronson Reed up in position.
He's going to do it.
White noise. Cover. Kick out. And now Rusev just blew through referee Rod Zapata to get to Sheamus.
And Rusev trying to capitalize on a depleted Sheamus. Just dropped the Celtic Warrior on to big Bronson Reed. Rusev standing strong. It could be seconds away from advancing in the King of the Ring tournament.
And Rusev has been so dominant in this match. Indeed it is. Big kick by Jey Uso, who's back in the fight. Talk about guts out of Uso tonight. What a performance.
This is sheer will on display from main event Jey Uso, who's got his eyes locked on a downed Rusev.
Went for the super kick. Rusev able to intercept. And a big kick to the back of the head. And Rusev positioning now Uso.
Yeah,
with
Rusev
a
shorts
bad
are
inside.
crazy.
Bad ribs it all. Looking for the accolade. Submission move. The accolade. Locked in on Uso. Uso writhing in agony.
There it is. It's cinched in deep.
Is Uso going to tap out to the accolade? Rusev sits back. He's got Uso in trouble. Is Jey going to tap out? Jey trying to somehow hang on. Remember, ropes will not force a break in a fatal four-way. And buys himself enough time for Sheamus to get back into the mix. Big knee. Kick. Man, how physical is this? Into the cover for the win. Bronson Reed with a senton saves the match.
When you are dealing with 4 of WWE's heaviest hitters, this is exactly what you came to expect.
Oh no, Reed, top rope, tsunami!
That one registered on the Richter scale.
And somehow Jey Uso
Jey
saves
could
the
barely
matchup,
move
just
him.
barely. Pro kicks, tsunamis. The matchup continues.
What a sequence of offense from the field in this one. Here comes the main event. Jey picking up speed. He got him.
Jey Uso with Bronson Reed down. Can Jey get to the top rope? Can he feed off the WWE fans? Oh, and look who's here. Braun Breaker.
Yeah, but here comes LA Knight. LA Knight or Jimmy? Who do we got, LA or Jimmy?
Braun Breaker proudly playing spoiler. But wait a minute!
Sammy!
Where else Sammy come from?
Sami Zayn, who's had massive issues with Breaker and Rollins and company.
We still might get LA Knight.
And now Breaker into the steel post. Sami Zayn, who's got Orton in the semifinals Friday night, is fired up. Haluma kick.
Get the fuck out of here. You're not like that.
Sami Zayn.
Oh my God, look out!
Braun is not even like that.
Over the announce table to the
Who just lets some... Ain't no way.
Sammy's hurt bad.
It's gotta be LA Knight. Oh, it's Penta!
Penta, who was taken out by Breaker and company before Money.
We are getting a crazy six-man tag match, I guarantee it.
Bronson Reed has Jey Uso, Death Valley driver.
And now gonna go up top and put Uso away. Off the
But why would Penta allow this?
Bronson perched up.
I told you!
LA Knight!
I've been saying it all night.
Gets his lick back.
Now look at Paul Heyman.
Last week. Is he gonna cost Reed tonight?
And Bronson Reed is down. Jey making the climb to the top turnbuckle.
Off the spear. Uso splash.
Whatever.
Across the back of Reed.
Can Jey Uso do it again? Bronson Reed's in trouble. Center of the ring. Uso splash again.
Oh my God, bro.
Jey Uso with the win. What a win by main event Jey
That was
Uso.
chaotic, but I fuck with it. I'm not mad Jey wins. I gotta be honest. There's a lot of people gonna be mad. Just watch it at this point. It's not the worst thing that can happen.
Everything he could to hand Bronson Reed the victory. With a little payback.
I think Jey's gonna end up chasing
and Penta.
Seth for the title.
What an insane sequence of events for the right to advance in the King of the Ring tournament. Hats off, kudos, congratulations to main event Jey Uso for surviving what
Well, Jey Uso may have survived the battle, but I'm not quite sure about the war. Here comes a ticked off Seth
What is
Rollins,
bro's beef?
Because for the second straight week, his plan was thwarted. Breaker out last week, Reed out this week, and Rollins is pissed off.
Rollins, Reed, and Breaker.
You're gonna beat up Jey?
And making the entire roster enemies.
Meanwhile, Jey Uso is a sitting duck. Jey Uso gave everything he had in that matchup to somehow pull off the miracle win.
Why are you going to beat up Jey?
Jey Uso can't even defend himself. And Rollins.
Cody! It's Cody!
A man set those very well. Cody Rhodes is here.
Just a face-off. There's way too many bodies involved in this feud. And they have a complicated history. Cody's going to turn his back and Seth is going to hit him. Or Seth's just going to walk away. I think
well, Seth Rollins will
back down.
Another day.
He's going to spare him is how it's going to be played.
As Cody Rhodes comes to the aid of his longtime friend, his former tag team partner, former tag champs together. Main event Jey Uso, but Corey, now things get interesting for these two.
The semi-finals are set. Cody Rhodes, Jey Uso.
Where is this gonna go?
What sort of scheme do you think Heyman's cooking up?
Well, Rollins and
Where
company
is this
have,
gonna end
created
up?
many enemies. And it's a great question, Corey, because you know something's coming down the pipe. But now we focus on next Monday night in Columbus. Friends are going to have to put it aside.
A former WWE champion versus a former world heavyweight champion.
If they put
former
Jey
tag team
over
championship
Cody,
partners.
that would
A
be
matchup laden with gold.
insane.
One of these two men will advance to Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, and Night of Champions to battle it out for the opportunity to be crowned King of the Ring. Next week, massive semi-final matchup. Cody Rhodes, Jey Uso, live on Monday Night Raw.
All right. Not the worst ending, I guess. It's just very, again, Twitch, I'll see you later. I'm getting the fuck out of here off Twitch. I don't really know. Later, Harley. What's up, Miss J? I don't really know what to make of all this, honestly. I am happy Goldberg's back. I don't know how you could be a 90s baby and be upset that Goldberg is back. It just doesn't make any type of sense to me. Liv's injury is real. Maybe. Hold on, I'm tweeting at Karrion Kross. I'm actually about to shoot a YouTube. Actually about to start doing my YouTube show. I'm debating if I want to do it live on stream. Honestly, though, it was such a freak accident. Like, is that a gray hair? Oh, no. It is a gray hair. Where's my tweezers? I'm gonna rip that shit right out. Now that you two are acquainted, maybe you guys can sit down and discuss world title matches. Oops. Blake Monroe. I'm surprised she didn't want to be Mariah May. That's crazy. The rage bait on here is crazy. Who named herself after her niece? So, what day was this? I seen Bayley night 2 of WrestleMania. She was all bummed out. No, it's crazy. Oh, gotcha. Well, Blake Monroe. Alright, guys. I'm going to get the fuck out of here. I'm going to go get something to eat, iron my gym clothes for tomorrow morning, and then I'm going to record some videos, and I'll be on your timeline all night. And on YouTube. If you're not subbed to me on YouTube, definitely go ahead and do that. It's Regular Joe on YouTube. Simple shit. Alright, guys. I will see y'all there. Later.